Thanks again, boys. Appreciate you. Liverpool, everybody. I got the whole squad, baby. Jamz, Gerri, Mame. Mame, how are you, man?
I'm Thank you. Thank you.
I know you're still making your
Glad to be
pasta.
back.
I know you might be still making your pasta, man. But get on here when you can get on here. Jamz, what's good, baby?
All all good, bro. Everything's good.
Good. So
What's
one
that
of the
background noise?
it might be Gerri. Is it Gerri?
Hello?
I don't know
I think
or maybe it's Mame. I don't know.
Can you hear me?
no, no, no.
Okay. Yo, yeah, Gerri, just mute your mic if you got stuff on in the background, bro. Or whoever that is that has the noise in the back.
Mute that noise in the back, please.
Can you hear me? I've muted everything.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the noise is from, but anyway, I wanted to talk about this. Seemingly, it seems like a rival now. I don't know how you guys feel about that. You think that's a joke, or do you think that it is a real rival at this point? You think about City and Liverpool, and the games. We had a cup final against them. They beat us to the league one year, at least one year. But I'll start with you, Mame. Did you ever really foresee this? Did you ever foresee this City sort of quote unquote dynasty that they're trying to build in this kind of rivalry between Liverpool and City? Did you ever imagine that happening?
Can you rephrase your question?
So it clearly seems that City and Liverpool are the two best teams in England. I think you would agree with that.
Yep.
And I'm wondering if you ever foresaw this rivalry coming. We've played City in big games before they kind of became this typhoon of a team with all this money and Pep coming in and all these players and all that. But I'm just curious, the rivalry that's starting to build, and with each game, whether it be home or away, Champions League, you can see that there's a rivalry brewing in England, much like I would even say close to what Arsenal and United had. I think I can see something kind of brewing between City and Liverpool. My question to you is, before Pep came there, before they had all these players and things of that nature, did you ever foresee City being a team that Liverpool would have to call a rival?
Oh no, 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 not at all. No. I think the first time I started seeing it was when we beat them that 4-3 in City.
Uh-huh.
They were top of the league, unbeaten, big dog, and 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 beat them. And that time we knew that we could be as good as there was just few signings we needed to make. You know, so when we did those signings, when Van Dijk came in, obviously he came in just at that time. When that came in, that we need maybe two or three more players to have a very strong squad. And that summer right there, you knew that it was City and Liverpool, nothing
Uh-huh.
else.
Yeah. Um, Jams, your feelings on that? I mean, we Sterling comes with that interview. Me and Gary talked about this earlier. He wants to go to City. The moment he said he wanted to go to City, if someone told you that, if someone told you that the team he's going to in City is going to, in a couple of years, few years, be the main team we're rivaling with to win the league, would you have believed it?
Who's Sterling?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that Man City were going to rival.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I probably didn't think we would rival them, to be honest.
Okay.
I
But you
thought,
thought they would be at the top.
yeah, I did think so. I thought the money that they had pumped in, the city that they are, the rivalry with United. I just felt like I remember they made big signings: Robinho, Tevez, Otamendi, and they had people like Company. And I just felt like David Silva come in, Aguero came in. I felt like they were going to become a rival. To be honest, I didn't think Liverpool would make the jump up. I didn't think we'd get someone like Klopp, and then when we did get Klopp, I didn't even dream that we'd reach the level that we have done under Klopp.
Yeah, it's been a dream come true. I would say. I think we were all pretty excited when Jurgen Klopp came, and
Oh yeah. Oh,
we had great ideas and dreams. And I think you go back a lot of times people look at Klopp as some kind of clownish figure. He does a lot of gyrating on the sideline. He laughs a lot in the interviews. He looks kind of silly sometimes, let's be honest. But everything he's done with this club, fast forward to now, there was a rhyme and reason to why he did it. The line that I'm going to go to is him saying, "Doubters into believers." If that wasn't the truest statement he's ever made, and something that we can really see to this day, I don't know what else is. We talked about the West Brom celebration, the clap, the crowd, whatever. People joked on that, but I don't want to sound like a broken record. But all these things, again, it's just so beautiful to see that they're all coming to fruition. And he's taking his time. And there's been people who said Klopp out, and they were in a rush and all that. But like Klopp does at every club he goes to, everything is calculated. Everything takes time. Everything is up to how he wants to work things out. And we've lost players, we've lost assistant managers, and people thought, "Oh, Coutinho's gone. What are you going to do? Oh, Buvac is gone. What are you going to do?" And what's Klopp done? Retooled in every situation of the club, and we are where we are now. It really, bro. Sometimes I got to pinch myself because what Liverpool is doing right now. Me and Gerri talked about it earlier, but is there any team? I'll stay with you, Jamz. Is there any team in Europe, in general, that you fear facing? Legitimately. Not like, okay, this team is okay, but is there any one team in Europe that you fear?
I'll be honest. I think we're the best team in Europe. I think about a year ago, prior to winning the Champions League, when we lost to Madrid with various mistakes, I thought we was top 5. And I had an argument on Twitter. And I said, if you mention PSG, Bayern Munich, Man City, Liverpool, Barcelona, Madrid, we're top 5. And people said,
yep. They laughed at you. They probably laughed at you.
Yeah, they laughed at me. And then we beat Bayern Munich. We beat PSG. We beat Barcelona. And I think we're the best team in the world. We're the best team in Europe than the best team in the world. And I just think, I don't think Liverpool have ever had a team as strong as we have. Maybe in the 60s or early 70s. But we have the best fullbacks in world football. We have the best centre-back in world football. We have the best free in football. And arguably the best keeper in football. And then the rest makes it up. So, yeah. There's no one I look at that I worry. There's teams I look at and I think, oh, okay, it'll be a good match. So maybe PSG in the next final of Europe or Bayern Munich, who we've beaten already, but Bayern Munich having Lewandowski in the form that he's in and Coutinho in the team, or PSG having a full fit Neymar and Mbappe a year older, and now they've got Icardi. But Barcelona wanting the revenge that they probably won. I think on our day we'll have anyone in Europe.
Yeah, Mame, your thoughts on that? Just as far as is there any team across Europe? Same question I asked Jamz, that you feel like, oh, we gotta watch out for these guys.
Well, to tell you the truth, just like Jamz, I think we're the best team in Europe. Even before we got to this level we are in this year, I thought that we could beat anyone on our day. But now it's just so obvious. We're the best team in Europe. And I just have to say something about Klopp. I've been watching football since the 90s. The first World Cup I really watched was the 1990 World Cup at it was in Italy. And I have to say, since Klopp took over Liverpool, it made me rethink football. Football I knew. Because he does stuff with his players. When you do it like for a game or something like that, okay, it's we can give a lot of credit to the player. We can say that the player overperform and stuff. But 2 seasons, we gotta be real. Someone like Henderson is not a good player.
Okay.
Let's be real. Gini is good, but for me, he's not a top player. Because the way he plays at Liverpool, I don't see him doing it anywhere else.
Gini.
Of course.
Gini?
What
Gini.
Villains though?
No, what I'm saying, in another team, he with his national team. But he's playing differently. But
Uh-huh.
using him like he uses him in
Oh no,
this
I get your point. Yeah. Good point. Go ahead, though.
Liverpool,
Yeah.
and him performing at that level, I don't think that he can do it in another team.
Totally agree. Totally agree. He probably wouldn't even be playing that position in another team. But yeah.
Exactly. And you can take so many players here. Like Mane, I've been following him for like since he was like 19. I never thought that he would reach this level.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and all of them. Look at Lalana. Lalana, we don't need him, but he just find a way to just put him in there and make him perform.
Yeah.
Well,
He's so
I
let Mame finish because Mame is preaching tonight. I like your points. Continue, Mame.
you know, and that's the thing with Klopp. Is it only tactical, or is it's more than tactical? I don't know, man. Like it's a mystery to me, man.
Oh, it's way more than tactical, Mame, and you know that it's way more than tactical. At the end of the day, sometimes I wonder if it's even about tactics, or you just say, "Look, guys, this is what we playing today. Go out, do your thing." Because honestly, I think the mentality that he has as a man, as a manager, has just totally just washed across his whole team. The performance those
Yeah,
dudes put in 1 to 11, back to front. That what they're doing this season. And here's the thing: this is all about Klopp at the end of the day. Yes, you have to find the right players to fit the right mold, but back to Mane's situation, I saw him at Southampton, as I see a lot of players, and I thought there's a serious player in there. And if
yeah.
he
You see,
get if he gets with the right manager, didn't ever think it would be us. But let's go back. Let's be real. A lot of Liverpool fans were like, Sadio Mane, what are we gonna do with this dude?
yeah,
Let's be
yeah.
real. Let's be real. People didn't rate Mane.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying that now though. And you can say that about a lot of players. Genie came in and we're like, what is he gonna play? What's he gonna do? There's not many players that we got and people thought the world of him. Even Salah. Klopp himself wasn't really big on Salah.
Yeah.
So
And
the only guys that we got that people thought, okay, we know is Allison and Van Dijk, maybe Fabinho
yeah.
and Keita. But most dudes, it was Klopp instilling. Again, I hate when people say Liverpool made a player or somebody made it. No. These players are already good, but you need that extra something from a manager, and Klopp is just that dude. That's why when you talk about GOAT managers, you have to put Klopp in the conversation. I'm not talking about trophies, although he has his fair share of those.
Has to win
But the way that he can manage, the word manage, and be a manager, there's not many people topping him. Do you agree with that, James?
Yeah, I think at the moment he's the best manager in the world over Pep. I think what he needs to add to his game is the Premier League title. I think he needs to win the Premier League to be compared to Wenger's and Ferguson. And what Mame said about what how he makes players brilliant is I totally agree. I had an argument. I had a debate with my friend the other day in the pub, and we said who's the most improved player in the Premier League over the past 3 seasons, and we both agreed. He was a Man United fan, and we agreed that it was Robertson. Now, when we signed Robertson was £8 million from a team that got relegated, and he didn't stand out. Man United didn't want him. Man City didn't want him. Tottenham didn't want him. It weren't at Van Dijk. He was a nobody. And there were people close to it, like Salah and Mane, but these were players that cost 30, 40 mil. These are players that weren't known. Robertson was just like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what are we buying Robertson for? And Robertson is now the best left back in world football for the past 24 months, 2 years.
Say it again, James, one more time for people that didn't hear you.
He is undefeated, the best left back in world football. And for Klopp to buy someone for 8 million from a team that got relegated, and Robertson to now be captain of his country and whatnot is totally incredible. So the signings of Mane, Salah, Fabinho, these are all great signings, but I don't think in the last 3 years in world football there's probably a better signing than Robertson. If you think about it, what better signing is the best player in the world at 8 million from a team that got relegated? There's none. I thought about it for ages. I spent about an hour thinking. I couldn't think. Who's better?
Well, that's the goofy thing about the Maguire thing. The highest paid or the most expensive defender in history is Harry Maguire. Not Robertson, not Van Dijk, not Matip, who was free, not Trent.
Not Trent.
Harry Maguire. Slobhead himself. let me get Gerri in here, man. We've been talking about just Klopp and the signings we've been making. You've been listening, and Klopp's just done a lot of things with these. And some guys, Jamz just reminded me about. It's been so good that it makes me wonder why these FSG out people ever were really existing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's just listen. I think me and you spoke about it before the start of the season. We said that you can doubt Klopp, you can doubt the owners, you can doubt anyone. We didn't sign players in the summer because Klopp didn't want any, not because the owners weren't funding any, because they clearly said at the start of the season, before the Champions League final that we're gonna give funds to the manager and we're gonna invest heavily. If the manager doesn't fund the right players, why would he go and waste 60 million on someone that isn't going to get in the team a lot, isn't probably even good enough for the team, and there's just hype built around his name, Nicolas Pepe. Or 70 million for him. You know what I mean?
Look at that's going.
Exactly. So I mean,
I'm a big fan of Pepe, though. I'm a massive fan of Pepe. I think Pepe.
Oh, stop it, Jamz. Go ahead, Gerri.
I'm a massive fan too.
Okay, whoa, wait. Okay, Gerri, finish, and then we'll go back to that because we got to talk about that. But go ahead, Gerri.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's November, and he hasn't scored the Premier League from open play yet. So open from open play, and it's November, and we're basically nearly in Christmas. So, and that was 72 million spent. So why would we go and spend that money on him if we're not sure on him? And I said I was getting. Do you remember I was getting abused left, right, and centre, saying, "Oh, if you think we're going to win the league," do you remember I was saying on Twitter, if you think we're going to win the league with no signing and see us strengthening, you're deluded. So I screenshot all those tweets sent to me and I sent them back to them. What reply do I get? Nothing. No reply. Because they know, and they're the ones celebrating on Twitter now. They're the ones celebrating because they were doubting our team. The team that said, "Oh yeah, we have to move on. We have to move on, but you can't move on from this team that got 97 points, one loss in the Premier League, and they won the Champions League." You know what I mean? The money was there to be spent if you wanted it to. So stop complaining. As I said, there was a lot of Liverpool fans acting like Arsenal fans in the summer. You know what I mean? Negativity, being spoiled and everything after we won the Champions League. I said, let's just if you're not going to trust the manager that's won us the Champions League, right? If you're not going to trust him with our transfers and the situation with bringing in players and selling players, you're not going to trust any other manager, until you're dead. You're not going to trust any other manager. So as I said, I was always calm about it. And I said, what did I say? I said, as soon as we go on a massive winning streak, they're going to put their dummies back in their mouth. Do you remember that quote I said? And and it's coming out as I expected it to. It's funny. I mean, there's a lot of our fan base acting like Arsenal fans in the summer now, and they're just on the bandwagon, aren't they now? Because they think, oh yeah, they're celebrating, saying we're 9 points clear. But you're the ones that are saying that I'm deluded because I'm saying we can win the league with no signings. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
go ahead, Jamz.
Yeah, I fully get what Gerry's saying, and big up Gerri for having all the confidence. I rate that, Gerri. I think looking at the way we played, there's we've got the points. I don't think we've been superb, if I'm being deadly honest. And I do think if we had lost Laporte, so if we had lost Van Dijk, and if we had lost Sane, so if we had lost, say, Salah, it'd be a bit different. I do think at the moment we've been okay to not lose anyone superstitious. I know we lost Alisson. We did lose Alisson, but we didn't lose Van Dijk and Fabinho, and then Adrian did well.
Whoa! You say that, and I know you're not siding with City. I hope not.
Oh,
but
yeah.
We got to remember, we had our goalkeeper out for the first, what was it, Gerri? 7, 8 games, 9 games, whatever it was. Okay, Matip's been out for a little minute. Salah's playing with a messed up ankle. So is Robertson. So
you're going too far.
I'm not.
We won against Barcelona without.
Yeah,
Salah.
I mean, I'm not. Let me let Jamz finish. But when I heard that, I had to interject. But go ahead, Jamz.
I'm not taking it away. I think this is probably more the reason why I think Klopp's the best manager in the world. So I'm not.
Okay, I got you.
I'm not taking it away from him. I'm just saying, if we were to lose a Laporte, which would be Van Dijk, and then a Sane, you can choose who Sane can be. It can be Mane or Salah. And my only worry
for a long period of time, then you'd be like, okay, yeah.
I'm not
I got
talking 2 games, 3
Yeah,
games.
yeah, I got you.
I'm talking like 4 months in it.
Right.
That's when I would worry. And I debate with some Liverpool fans, and they say, "Oh, you know, we don't need we're signing FC. We don't need anyone in January, or we're fine." I think if we lost Mane 4 months, things would be different. If we lost Van Dijk for 4 months, things would be
God
different.
Oh, no
forbid.
doubt, no doubt.
No
That's any club though. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that's
No
any
doubt.
club. So whether you call it luck or just looking after our fatigue, or it's probably luck. You look at
If you-
Sane's injury.
Hold on, Mame. Go ahead, Jamz.
You look at Sane's injury in the Community Shield. It weren't vicious. It weren't. It was just random as hell. And
Yeah.
to put an ALC in that time is insane.
But those are the ones. It'd be the random joints like that have you out for 8 months. Something crazy.
And that's why I do want to see us buy players. I do want to see better bench. As much as I love Origi, I don't think Origi is good enough to be our second striker. I want to see Werner as our striker, or
Ooh, okay.
I want to see.
I like that you brought that up. Okay.
I want to look at our bench and see world-class players. There's a massive drop when you take Firmino off and you bring Origi on. When you take Salah off and you bring who the fuck do you even bring on? When we take Salah or Mane off, Shaqiri, if he's even fit, there's a massive gulf in class. And at the moment, we've been super fine because we've not lost anyone. But if we were to lose someone for 4 months, not 2 weeks, 3 weeks, that's fine. But if we were to lose someone like Laporte and Sane for 4, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, that's when I would. At the moment, we've got 9, 8 points, so I think we'll be okay. We deserve that bit of luck. But that's the only thing I'm saying. I don't want us to become complacent and all of a sudden think, Lallana's world class, Origi's the best second number 9 in the league.
Oh no, bro! There's no complacent in this squad. That's not gonna happen.
No, Origi's great. Bruce is meant to be good, but I would like to see, better players on our bench, definitely.
I honestly, I love everything you say, but honestly, for me, I just feel like, if anything, I'm excited to see guys like Ox step up. Even Origi, not that he hasn't, but I think when guys, we will, trust me. When guys go down like Salah, it's a chance for these other guys who are burning to play, because Salah, anybody, if Salah, because me and Gerri talked about this earlier. Now I know Ox has been better for us in the midfield, and I know that he didn't do well playing in that front three against, was it Chelsea in the Super Cup?
Yeah.
But Origi's there. I don't know. This team has shown me so much. Say again?
I don't think Origi is good enough. I'll put it out there. I don't think he's good enough.
No, that's your opinion. I respect it. But I think Origi is giving. What
do you guys think about that?
I mean, go ahead, Mame. Mame, you want to say something early anyway. Go ahead, Mame.
Yeah, let me talk about Origi first. Origi for me is the formation and the type of team we play against. Sometimes you have to put him up front in the middle. Central striker. Sometimes he can play on the left when he has a lot of space.
Well, let me stop you right there, because I think most people who even aren't Liverpool supporters, they see Origi as playing that central role. If you're playing him centrally and Firmino is healthy, where are you putting Firmino? In the 10? Are you playing a 4-2-3-1 and you putting Firmino in a 10? And then who's going to be on the left and who's going to be on the right? So it's cool for us to talk about Origi playing centrally, but what's the rest of the lineup going to look like?
Yeah, but sometimes we've seen it. If Firmino not playing, sometimes he play on the right, he played on the left, or he plays centrally. And seen some other times where Origi comes in and we play with 4 strikers. Of course, Firmino playing as a number 10, Salah playing, I think Salah playing up front, Mane and Origi on the wings. And it works. It really did. But for me, it really depends on the day. It's on the day, the team we play against, and the formation and everything. Origi is for me. Origi is not a player. He's not.
What? Say that again. So
he's not what?
He's not a top player.
Yeah, I agree.
He's a squad player.
Yeah,
Very, but for me, he's not a top player.
We know he's not a top player. But his job.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, I don't think anybody's put. Go ahead, Gary.
I don't think we're saying Origi's a top player. I think we're
Yeah.
sort of saying that player that can do a job on the bench. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, we're all saying this, but top player or not,
Listen,
he's come up really big for us in key moments.
you can't say if Mane's up for 4 months, we have to have this incredible backup on the bench, because that incredible backup won't want to sit is going to wait for Mane to get injured to play football.
That's another key point.
I agree, Gerri. Greatest teams. I think we're one of the greatest teams of all time in the league. But when you look at the greatest teams, they have incredible benches. So, for instance, Mahrez, they've got a 70 million player on the bench. You look back to the greatest teams of.
Origi's had more goals and assists than Mahrez over the year.
There's no denying.
Hey, Gary, speak on it, baby. Speak on it, baby.
There's no denying Mahrez is a better player. You look at Barcelona when they bought Henry and the team they had. You look at Man United that conquered everything, and they look at the bench of Teddy Sheringham and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and there's no denying that the greatest teams of all time have a wonderful bench. And we are relying heavily on no injuries. We have to be honest. We are relying heavily on no injuries. If we were, like I said, let's see, if we were to lose Laporte being Van Dijk and Son being one of the front three for 4 months each, we'd be in trouble.
But hold on. Gary. Go ahead, Gary. Go ahead, Gary. You go first.
Okay. The difference is, right, if Sane's Sane's a fantastic player, right? And he's so important for City, isn't he? I think we all know that. But Sterling, he was literally a bench player for City last year, so I don't really want to.
Who?
Sane was on the bench last year for City, wasn't he? When Sterling was playing the left, Bernardo Silva on the right, and Aguero's on the middle.
That's the quality.
He was. I thought he was there in the game.
Yeah, no, there's half and half. Bernardo Silva flirted between, Kevin De Bruyne was injured a lot in it, so De Bruyne went 10, then he went to like a wide player, then 10, then wide.
Sane Premier League starts last year, I'll tell you that. And also with Mahrez, right? Mahrez
figures in both goals in the season.
Mahrez made 27 appearances in the Premier League, got 7 goals. Shaqiri made 24 appearances, got 6 goals.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, just because he's 70 million and this one's 13.
Let me just butt in right here, Gary. Sorry. I think we're slightly underrating. Hold on, sorry. My headphones came out. 1 second. I think we're slightly underrating our bench. And I'm kind of, I love you guys. Our bench.
But what players are we underrating?
Hold on, let me finish. I got you. Let me finish.
Chamberlain.
And I love you guys. I'm not knocking y'all, but I think this is something that is felt throughout a lot of the Liverpool supporters, and it's fair. Everybody has their opinion. We keep talking about City and how amazing their bench is. Okay, cool. Is our bench like garbage? I don't see what people see. Origi, Milner, yes, Milner, Ox, Naby Keita, Lallana, Shaqiri's, I don't even know where he is. I don't even know if he's in England half the time. Maybe he might be in Switzerland somewhere else. But I'm just saying, I think our bench is pretty good, and I think people are sleeping on that. I'm not sure why. And the names I brought up have all played great games for us this season already. Milner, the pass he put to and I don't want to make it seem like Milner's only thing that he did was a pass, but that's an incredible pass. If that's De Bruyne, people are talking about it for weeks. Origi, we know what he's done. Ox has almost scored in every game he's come in. I think we're sleeping on our bench. Am I wrong? Am I reaching here?
No,
I think
no.
I don't. I feel like obviously we're picking at moments. Milner
You're picking out names, man. That's what I'm saying. You're not picking out the impact. You're thinking like.
I think there were moments that you talked about. So moment against
I spoke about moments, but moments, in my opinion, with these certain players are also same thing as impact. When they come in, like Gary just said, it's moments, impact. More or less, that's to me the same thing. And the guys I mentioned, that's why I made sure to say.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Jesus or Origi?
Origi.
You think Origi's a better?
Honest. You said
No.
you don't know. That's not what you asked. That's not what you asked. You said Jesus or Ricky.
Who's
And
the
this
best
team,
footballer? No way.
a better footballer. I mean, are you that impressed with Gabriel Jesus?
Mm. Yeah, he got 18 goals last season. He's a goal scorer.
Bruh. I need you to score in big games. Is he scoring in big? Send me. Hold on, Gary. Send me a clip of the big game goals that Jesus has scored. Please send me a clip of that.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Hold on. Well, before you say what you gotta say, Jamz, and Mame, I'm coming to you real quick. How much time does Jesus get on the pitch as opposed to Origi? That's another thing you got to think about.
Before I let Mame get in, I just want to say I absolutely love Origi, and I don't want to talk bad about him, but we're all Liverpool fans, so we have to be honest. Take away the Barcelona game, Origi got 5 goals. Yeah.
You're ignoring my question. You're ignoring my question, though.
No.
Jesus gets more time to play.
To be fair, if we was to look,
way more time.
If we was to look at the minutes, it's not a lot more. He is a better.
Let Jamz finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I totally Origi is an absolute legend in my life forever. So I'm not disrespecting the guy, but
you kind of are. You kind of are though. But go ahead. Go ahead.
That magical 45 minutes against Barcelona will go down in my heart as one of the greatest. 45
bro, why do you keep bringing that up like that's all he did?
But that is a lot of what he did, bro. That is a lot.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? In that season, last season, are you kidding me?
Okay, let's take away the 94th minute against Everton and
No. Let's not take that away. Let's not take that away. Let's not take that away.
Jesus, one of the best young players in world football.
Oh, you got to stop this, man. He's not one of the best. No, he's not.
Okay, no. I'm gonna have to get. I don't even want to do this, but I'm gonna have to get.
No, let's do it. This is what we do. It's all good. It's no love. It's no love lost.
I'm gonna get Jesus' numbers up, and I fucking can't stand him. But
in the meantime, okay, go ahead.
Jesus' numbers are for an under 23-year-old are constantly growing and growing. I think top of my head.
Good for him. But his minutes are also growing as well. Go ahead, Gary.
They're actually getting worse and worse. Actually, if you look at it.
Okay. Wait.
My man with the stats. Oh.
Okay. That season.
Well, Mame, hold on, Jamz. Mame, what's up?
Yeah, I just want to say what you said, Aaron, about moments. It's about moments. Because if you take Origi, for instance, Origi broke the 6 points last year. You remove those 6 points, we would be like 7
That's
points.
My point. Behind. That's my point. It's about moments. It ain't. I don't care. I'm not a stats dude. It's about
moments. It's not about.
Oh man.
Luis Garcia. Origi reminds me of Luis Garcia. The big.
Wait. Whoa. Who?
Luis Garcia.
Oh God.
Was a big moment player for Liverpool. The goal against Juventus. The goal against the Chelsea goal. The goal scored against Chelsea. Big moment player. I've got Jesus' numbers up. He got 21 goals last season. He got 17.
What? In all competitions?
In all competitions.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, 21 goals, 20 plus goals. The year before, at 20 years old, he got 17 goals. Now, I can't stand the prick. I hate him. But that is a 22-year-old on fire. That's a person that is,
Okay,
hold on, Jamz. Go ahead, Gerri.
Okay, how many appearances did you make in the Premier League?
So last season he got 29 appearances.
3 starts and 3 goals in Premier League. I'm like, whoa.
How many appearances did he have? Sorry.
He had 12, and he had I think 3 starts, 3-4 starts last season on the Premier
League. How many goals?
3 goals, and he also got 3 goals in the Champions League, 2 in the semi-final. And one in the
I'm not taking away Klitsch moments. I'm not taking away his moments.
I'm talking about Klitsch. I'm talking about goals. I'm talking about he had one one appearance in the FA Cup and he scored in it. Yeah, he didn't have any appearances in the League Cup. Yeah, he played 14 games last season, mate, and he scored 7 goals.
Origi's numbers last season were 21 games, 7 goals.
How many starts?
His use was 46 games. And I don't even want to compare them. My
Please
argument is,
But you do. That's why we started. You do want to compare them. That's why we started this.
my argument is we are blinded if we cannot see that we need better players on the bench. We do.
No, we don't.
Listen. Can I say something?
Go ahead, my man.
When you're building a squad, you have two choices. You have a bench that can replace each player, or you have a bench you can change the formation if someone is missing. And the downfall of many managers, especially in Champions League or World Cup or something like that, one player is missing and they're trying to replace him with another player who's not as good as him, who doesn't offer as good as a player.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what we have on our bench right now, we can play any formation we want. That's the best thing. You know, if someone of the front three is missing for a long period, I believe Klopp won't just, like, let's say, for instance, Salah is missing. Klopp won't just throw Origi there. He'll change the formation. He probably change the formation. He can replace a player by another player just for the game, but for a long period of time, he'll probably change the formation. That's what we have to think about. It's not only take a player, bring him in. Like, if you want to buy a replacement for Salah, how much will it cost? You're gonna buy a 60 million player and tell him to go on the bench?
Yeah, we have to. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. I think
it's not possible because when you get a 60 million player, it's expected
what the
to
best
play.
in the world have.
Yeah,
because it's not possible. Man United had that. Man City have that now. Chelsea.
Yeah, but we're doing pretty well though. We're doing pretty well with the squad we have.
Barcelona, Inter Milan, AC Milan, all these greatest teams of all time had world-class players on their bench. AC Milan coming on, and Inzaghi coming on. You know,
now it's not possible to have that. Football has changed because all the players want to play. You know, and if you take someone if you took someone like Pepe, you know, for me, I rate him a lot. He's a good player. Problem is, he's not as good as Mane. He's not as good as Salah. We buy him for 70 million. He goes on the bench. He needs to play to progress. You know, how is he gonna play? Where? When?
Mame, we're gonna this season. We're gonna probably play 70 games. If you think about the Premier League, the Champions League, FA Cup, the League Cup, Community Shield, the FIFA Club, we'll probably play 70 games. There's a lot of games Nicolas Pepe could play. A lot of games. It's up to Nicolas Pepe.
There's something you have to know about club. As long as the player is not injured, he's playing.
He will come on. You know my worry with Liverpool sometimes is the other day we was 3-4 goals up and we kept Salah on and he had a niggle and then he ended up missing the Man United game. You know, if we could rest Salah and Mane with 20 minutes to go, I think we would, but we can't afford to because we don't have that quality on the bench.
But let me tell you something. You know that Liverpool wanted Pepe. Wanted Pepe. They wanted to. He chose to go to Arsenal because he knew he would play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Facts.
Not only about us.
Therefore, not all players are like that. Some players will feel the confidence. If Pepe had more confidence in himself, Pepe would say, "You know what? I'll break into that front three. I'll break in there."
No. Good, Jamz. I don't think it's that. I hear you, and I like to believe that. I don't think it's that easy though. This dude wants to play.
Easy. I'm not saying it's that easy, but there is players out there that will think I can break into that team. I can.
Yeah, maybe.
If you're Werner from Bayer Leverkusen. If you're Werner and you've got all these assists and goals, you're looking at Bobby Firmino and you're thinking, you know what? I can beat that guy. I can beat Bobby Firmino, and that's what we need. We need players on our bench that are challenging our country.
You don't have those players.
Football for the next 5 years.
Even Salah, when we were about to sign him, he was he wasn't that he didn't agree at first because he thought that he would not get in the team. He would go on the bench. You know,
I
and
don't
that's the thing because you know those players they need to progress. They need to play. You know, if he can have some time going to Crystal Palace and play every day, every single weekend, he would go there. He won't come to Liverpool and stay on the bench.
I don't know, Mom. I think it depends on a player's ambition. You look at Naby Keita, or Naby Keita looks at our midfield and thinks, okay, they're the front three midfielders, but I will be good enough to break in. I will get into that team. Some players have that ambition. Mahrez looked at a team that had Sterling, Aguero, Sane. Mahrez thought, nah, I will be good enough to get into that team. And you do get players like that will want to fight for their place. And I just think.
And how often? And how do you think he feels that he didn't start against Liverpool?
Who? Sorry, Mahrez.
Yeah, how do you think he feels about that? Not starting against Liverpool, especially after what happened with the penalty. How do you think he feels about that?
I think he's not happy. And what can he do? He can just be the better player. He can prove that he's better than Bernardo Silva. He has to fight for that position.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. But the fact is, he's not better than Bernardo Silva. He's not. That's just facts.
This is the argument. So look, what a beautiful argument to argue Mahrez or Bernardo Silva. We don't have the argument. We can't argue Shaqiri or Salah. It's dead. There's no argument. We can argue Sane or Sterling, Aguero and Jesus. We don't have that levels. And it's all the top teams of world football. You look at Barcelona, Pep Guardiola's Barcelona, the best teams you've ever seen. Look at the bench that they had. Pep came in. He said, Ronaldinho, Eto'o, no. Let me bring David Silva in. I want this. I want that. And
well, you're going to a different topic now because we know why he didn't make those decisions. But okay.
Do you know that? Do you know that other fans look at our bench and say, "Damn, look at their bench"?
I don't think no one in world football looks at our bench and says, "Damn."
Oh, believe me,
bro, come on, Jamz, come on, bro. Jamz, come on.
No, they don't, man.
Come on, bro. You don't. In world football, you don't think anybody thinks, "Oh shit, Origi's on the bench." You don't think anyone thinks that.
I don't. I do not think. I do not think. Maybe Napoli or I do not think
Napoli.
Barcelona look at our bench and think, oh shit, that's Lallana, or oh fucking hell, they're bringing Shaqiri on. No, they don't. They don't.
Gary, what's up, Gary? Come on.
Well, I mean, we bought Ronaldo on. I don't know if they're scared of them. Then we saw what happened at half time, didn't they? Barcelona. But...
relate to that game. We can't relate a player's whole career off that game.
No. Hold, Gary. You just brought up Barcelona, so Barcelona knows full well what Origi can do. If anybody knows that, so for you to say that, they don't look at Origi and think of anything about it, that's a little strange to me.
Origi is an international player, though. He's the national team.
Yeah, you kind of talking about him like he's just like a guy that came from a championship. Like he's not just some bum player.
Is Origi one of the best strikers in the league? Should be a Ballon d'Or nominee? Should he be?
No, I'm not saying that. No, of course not. Of course not.
I don't think. Listen.
But are any of the bench players for City Ballon d'Or candidates? I don't think so.
World class player? Come on, Ballon d'Or candidate? No.
Come on, Jamz.
Who?
He's not.
What players? What players? Give me some players compared to Origi. What players?
No, it's not about being better than him. It's what he brings to the team when he comes on the pitch.
Exactly. Simple as that.
I think Origi is better coming off the bench. I think Origi coming on with 10 minutes to go is superb.
That's why he's a best player. That's why he's a rotation.
It's more when Origi starts. I'm more irritated by him.
No, I get you with that. But we're talking about the bench. We're not talking about starting players. The starting players are good. We're talking about the bench, and you're saying that we need to strengthen our bench, which I'm not necessarily against. But I'm also not thinking as extreme. Maybe I'm saying maybe because I don't fully know what you're really saying with the bench. But like you, a lot of the supporters feel like our bench is trash, and I'm like, how do you say? I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, Aaron. I think we need.
No, it's cool.
I think we need a world-class player on our bench. That's what
Okay. So let me ask you this. So I know other guys want to get in. I'm gonna be real quick. I promise. You brought up Timo Werner. I'm kind of tired of hearing about this guy because I don't. Like, this year he's doing okay, double-digit goals. Do you think he's looking at this team and thinking, I can usurp Firmino? Do you think he'll come in and just take Firmino? Klopp loves Firmino. He loves Lallana too, and Lovren, but he loves Firmino. Do you think? Do you think this dude Timo Werner can come in and just take Firmino's job?
No, I think Firmino.
Okay.
I think Firmino is the best false number 9 in the world after Lewandowski. So no, I don't. But do I
After
think
who? Whoa! After who?
Lewandowski is not a false 9.
This is the argument. I don't even want to get into that. You know, well,
You got caught out. You got caught out.
Say Lewandowski is an out-and-out 9. Someone say that the 10/9, whatever. Firmino is a fucking legend that no one can speak to. Firmino.
No doubt.
I'm not debating that. But do I think?
Hold on, my man. Go ahead.
Do I think Werner is sitting on his sofa right now in Germany, looking at Liverpool and thinking, "Fucking hell, you know what? I will be a part of this. I'm going to be a part of this. I'm going to come into this team and I'm going to work for my team. I'm going to break into." And you know what? That's an elite level. That's what players. That is elite players. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo went to Man United. He was never going to be a star. He broke into the team. It will, and if you have that level of thinking, you may break into it. So if I'm Werner could easily go to Man United and they would mold the team around him. He'd get the shirt. He'd be on penalties. He'd be the man.
Hold back.
Yeah, so many. So, you know, he could go to Man United. He could go to Chelsea. He could go there and be the man, etc., etc. But there are players out there that want to go to the greatest team right now, which is Liverpool, the greatest manager right now is Klopp, and they can believe that they can turn the whole team around and become that guy, and that is that confident. It has that in it. And I want that. I want my bench players to sit on the bench. I want Joe Gomez to look at Matip and say, "Fuck Matip, I'm better than Matip. Let me get on the pitch and show you why I'm better than Matip." That's what I want my players.
My problem is I think Gomez does think that, but he hasn't showed it.
I don't want my bench players saying, "Oh, Salah Mane, fucking sick. Let me just get 10 minutes here, 10 minutes." I don't want that. I want my bench players saying, "Let me get on and do my."
So
team.
wait, so you don't think the players on the bench feel that way?
I don't think it really.
They can't say. It's not like they can yell at Klopp and say, "Hey, yo, put me in now."
I don't think.
Klopp.
Aaron, I don't think Shaqiri looks at Salah and thinks, "Oh yeah, I'm better than
you." Bro, I'm not even thinking about Shaqiri right now. But
I don't think Shaqiri. I don't think Origi. I don't think maybe.
I disagree.
Maybe Gomez and maybe Naby Keita. I don't think they have that drive in them that City bench have. I think Mahrez is in his room right now thinking, "I'm fucking better than Sane and I'm better than
Jamz.
You know,
Jamz, real quick. Klopp wouldn't have players on his team if they didn't think that. It's about putting them in at the right time. And maybe the right time is now when Salah is out. Go ahead, Mame.
The thing is, when you sign a player, your coach, you sign a player, you tell him, "Hey, you're going to start." You present him a project. Either you tell him you're going to start or you're going to be cover for someone. That's the thing. You know?
Look, go ahead.
When you go to a 60 million player and he's going to be a cover for Firmino or Salah or Mane, he tell you, "Hell no. I don't want to."
Yeah,
I think you're taking the thing too far. And so you got to know your manager. There's something about Klopp. Klopp is an optimistic. He doesn't start the season and say, "Okay, Firmino will be out for 3 months soon, so let me buy a new player." No, he doesn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, devil's advocate. The devil's advocate in me maybe says maybe he should do that. But Gerri, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you're talking about like backup and minutes, the amount of minutes to get, I mean, the last time Riyad Mahrez stepped
Speak on it, Gerri.
The last time Riyad Mahrez stepped foot in a Premier League match was the 6th of October. What's the date now? Oh, it's 16th of October.
Yes.
A month and a half ago. You know, a Wolves, they got subbed off after 60 minutes. He's been benched for the last 4 Premier League games and hasn't come off.
Whoa. Say it again. He's been what? He's been benched
on the Premier League.
Okay, cool.
Four games.
It's that quality. It's having that quality.
He will leave. I'm telling you.
Listen, I'll give you an example. I'm going to give you an example. I've got 2 examples up. I've got the 2009 Champions League final, and it's the only way to go about it. Barcelona, Man United. So Man United's bench, you ready? Carlos Tevez, Berbatov, Paul Scholes, Nani. Barcelona's bench, Pedro, Goodison, Bojan, and then they had Eto'o and Henry on the starting. Now I'm going to go to 2000. And now I'm going to 2011 bench.
Bojan.
Stoke reject. Bojan.
Hold on. Let him finish.
So just look at that. I'll go through the Man United bench again. Carlos Tevez.
No, don't do it again.
Paul Scholes and Nani. Now, we're all Liverpool fans, so there's no bias. That is the levels that we have to.
Did they win? Did they win that against Barcelona?
But do I need to tell the Barcelona bench? Because the Barcelona bench.
No. I asked you a question. Did they beat Barcelona?
No, because Barcelona had Eto'o, Henry, Leon Messi starting, but their bench had Pedro, Bojan, Ahil.
Please don't say Bojan again. Just forget that name. Just go over the other name.
Yeah, I'll forget the Bojan name.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I will go to Bojan. But all I'm trying to say is,
I love you, Jamz.
all I'm trying to say is, I could sit here and go to. I could go for the next 10 greatest teams that we've ever seen. Invincibles, Class of 99 of Man United, Inter Milan of 09. You know.
We have more points than the Invincible, man. Come on.
Say that again,
I say we had more points than the Invincibles.
Yeah, to be honest, I think we're better than Invincibles, and I argue that all the time.
But Jay, let me just say this.
We need a stronger bench. That's all I'm asking for. It's not a massive...
I hear you. And I don't necessarily disagree with that. I wouldn't say we need. It'd be nice. So let's switch topics real quick. If you guys okay with that?
No, quickly.
Yeah. Please. Go ahead.
Like, in that game, the 2009 one, did Berbatov come on and and score Champions League final a goal?
Berbatov came on in the 66th minute.
Wait, Gerri. Let Gerri finish.
Oh, sorry, Gerri.
Did he score a goal in the Champions League final to win it for their club?
No. Messi won the whole thing. What's that?
Listen, we're not.
Listen. There's no way, Gerri.
Love you, Gerri. My dude. I wanted to say something else, but yeah, I'll just say my dude. Go ahead.
Listen, bro. One sec. Let me just say something quickly. Let me say something quickly, then you can speak. One sec. Yeah. One sec. What I'm saying is, like you're bringing up bench players, saying that like our bench players aren't good enough. Yeah. I'm not. Listen, I'm saying as starter players like Shaqiri. Like, sometimes, listen, I agree with you. Maybe players like Mahrez are better Shaqiri. You know, they are. You know, I'm not disputing that at all. What he's done over his career is better than Shaqiri. But when I think about bench players, I don't think about what they do come in starting games. I think about their impact for 20-30 minutes and what those players do off our bench, like Shaqiri, Origi, obviously Chamberlain. Like you can't get any better in the world than what they're doing at the minute. The impact they have. Chamberlain comes on for half an hour and bangs in goal. Comes in. Shaqiri comes in. You know what I mean? So it's about moments. Shaqiri.
No. I agree, Gerri. Gerri, I fully agree. If someone said to me, Salah, Mane, Firmino, Van Dijk, Fabinho, Alisson, Trent, and Robertson will never get injured, I fully agree. My argument is they will get injured. One of them will get injured. There's no way in the next 3 years they're going to all play 70 games, 60 games a season. My argument is let's be realistic and say, you know what? One of them will get hit like Laporte. One of them will get hit like Sane. What do we then do?
If we don't buy players, just in case.
I get you. I get you. If Origi, for the rest of his Liverpool career, only has to play 10 minutes a game, I fully get you. But the realisticness of it is that won't be the case.
Yeah, but he can fit in games though.
Wait.
Bro,
Jamz.
Let's be real.
Jamz. If he didn't
starting games, take away when Origi started against Arsenal kids. Origi starting games, he doesn't do nothing. He doesn't.
But Jesus was stat padding.
Moments are coming off the bench most of the time. He doesn't. When he starts, he's fucking not half the time. He's not. He's a big drop off to Salah and Mane.
No, but I agree with you. Definitely. Like that, we're all agreeing with you on that point. The point that we're not agreeing is right. Like Origi can fill in a game at home to Norwich where he scored the goal, or at home to Newcastle where he started. he can fill in those games, right? He can fill it. I'm not saying like when it comes to Old Trafford away and all. Listen, I agree with you that he's not the greatest coming like starting off, especially in these away games, right? I agree with you, yeah. But like you're saying with you comparing him with his right and all this stuff. Listen, both of them come off the like he's used to start like 5, 6 Premier League games this season, right? Rory started one or two, and one of them he got injured in half an hour against Newcastle.
That's the point I'm trying to make. But yeah,
Like,
go ahead.
you know what I mean? I'm not trying to talk about his goal scoring stat. I'm just trying to like Salah, Firmino, Mane, while they're here, no one in whether it's Pepe, whether it's anyone, no one is gonna get in that team ahead of them.
No, that's
No
true.
one.
But we have to be prepared for the worst. We cannot
Yeah,
sit here and think,
people, wild players come to sit on the bench for the whole season, waiting
bro.
for someone to get injured.
But hold on.
Just
But
gave you an
But
example.
wait,
Just gave you an example.
wait.
To ride bench.
Jams. Wait 1 second. What I'm getting is, and I know you're not forgetting this, but just for the sake of saying it, it seems like you're forgetting how close this team came. And I know it's close. We should have won it. And European champions. Like I just don't understand how you can't see how this team is built to last. Whether we have injuries or not, the team has proven that. Barcelona is the only example I can give, and it's a good example. We had no business winning that tie. Let's be real. We had no business winning that tie, but we did it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure no one said, "Oh, we should have got so and so." No. That team without Salah, wait. Was Firmino out too? Was Firmino? Somebody remind me. Was Firmino out too? Okay, so we won that game. Come on, baby. Like, come on. Like,
Aaron, we cannot judge our whole, Liverpool last 2-3 seasons or the team on 60, 70 minutes of a game. It's just like Liverpool.
So you're saying one signing would have won us the league. That's what you're saying.
I'm saying at the moment it's hypothetically thinking, but I'm saying at the moment if we had a world class player on the bench, it could save us. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope Salah and Mane don't get injured, and everything's fine, and we win the Champions League and the Premier League. I'm just saying we need a better bench. There's no denying that. There's no denying. I go back to the Tevez, Berbatov, and Nani and Scholes on a bench. We could do with that type of bench. We could. There's no denying that we can't be ignorant to the fact that we do have a massive drop off when we change the team around. And it's all good being 2-3 up or talking about the
I think you're doing too much by saying it's a match. But when you say, I'm sorry to keep cutting you guys off, but to say it's a massive drop off, that's what I disagree with. A massive drop off, I just don't see that.
It's a
I hear what you're saying.
I
don't see that. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens with Crystal Palace. Let's kind of change the subject.
Well, it's like
go ahead, Gerri. Sorry, go ahead.
Like,
what's Mane say? Mane, what do you think?
Mama's ready to change the subject like me.
Basically, one more point before I leave. Yeah, what I'm saying is.
Okay, wait. Gerri and then Mame.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, whoever comes into the team, right? Okay, let's just say this. Say if Nicolas Pepe came into the team last year, right? Just an example. I'm just using his name as an example, right? And Salah
I'm glad just an example, but go ahead.
Yeah, and Salah got injured, right? For 1 month, and Pepe started 4 games, right? Whatever he did in those games, right? Yeah, where he scored 1 goal in 4 games, 2 goals in 4 games. When Salah comes back, he's getting dropped like Adrian got dropped for Alisson. That's how it is. That's how it's gonna happen. He's getting dropped like Adrian got. He's ace straight as soon as possible. Whether it's him or whoever, right, or whoever winger, just like Origi, they're getting dropped like Adrian got dropped for Alisson, and that's how it is. And that's how it's always gonna be while those 3 are there because no one's gonna be replacing them. Right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with that. That's fine.
You said, in the summer. Listen, I didn't say I want no signings. Like, you don't remember? I never said I want no signings in the summer last summer.
I want to continue. That I'll be honest. That's all.
Yeah, I wouldn't have minded continuing in summer. I wanted the left back maybe for Robertson, and I wanted maybe a backup winger, right, or backup. And I'm
wait, Gerri, you didn't want signings in the summer?
No, I said I wanted at least a couple signings in the summer.
Oh, you did? Okay, gotcha.
I think everyone did. To be fair,
when the season started,
speak for yourself.
I wasn't.
You want to know? You was happy with no one.
I'm gonna let Gerri finish. Then I'll round it up.
I was like, okay, I wanted signings, but I said that if we don't get anyone, I wouldn't be crying about it and saying, it's the end of the world. That's what I was saying. When we go on a massive winning run, everyone's going to put their dummies back in their mouth. The ones that were complaining saying FSG out and all that stuff. And as I said, it's happening again. So anyway, let's change the subject.
Yeah, but let me just finish off. We all want a signing at some point here and there, summer, January, because it's like little gifts, right? But for me, honestly speaking, I just felt like Liverpool were at a point where, and here's the thing, I know it might sound corny or whatever, but I trust Klopp in these situations, and I feel like he knows his team better than anyone. If he felt like there was no need to make a signing, then I'm behind that. Now, as a supporter, I'm thinking, maybe we could use this, that, and the third. But it wasn't like, oh, God, if we don't make a signing, then that's it for us. I'm not saying Jamz or any other supporter who's listening to this thinks that. But for me, I felt like our team was intact enough. Because let's be real, it's unfortunate now, but Salah, Firmino, Mane, they're usually pretty good as far as staying fit, staying healthy. They don't really get too many injuries. And, Mame brought up something recently about the physicality of the African football. And I told him that I think that's a good thing for Mane. Look how he bounces off dudes. Mane takes some brutal beatings in games, and he continues to go. So I think Klopp knows what I'm saying is to be true. It's like, look, my dudes aren't going to really get hurt. Now, the challenge from Chaudhry is a challenge from Chaudhry, and that's something you can't really plan for, but you probably should, maybe, being devil's advocate again. But I just think the moment I heard that Salah could possibly be out for a month, I didn't flinch at all. I just didn't flinch.
No.
And mainly because I just feel like this team is built of something really special. You got to injure all 11 of our dudes for us to. I'm not tripping off that. And again, I'll say this: Naby is going to be like a new signing, and I know that's really like cliche and corny. Fine, but once he really gets his game going, that's a new signing, bro. Straight up, Ox is a new signing. When he started getting his groove in, he's doing that for club, for country, and in cup games. So, Jamz, I'm not really tripping off the injuries or the quote unquote lack of depth in the bench. We're gonna be good. The thing is, City is our main rival. I see Leicester and Chelsea looking cute. City's our main rival. I don't give a fuck what you say. And so my thing is this: look at their schedule. Look it up now. Go look at it, Jamz. Go look at City's schedule and look at our schedule. I'm not tripping. We got Brighton, Palace.
No, I prefer win the league still. I want to win everything though. I want to win the Premier League.
I know you do, and I agree. But for me, I think this year, and I'm going on a limb to saying this. I shouldn't say I'm going on a limb. This is how I feel. Liverpool are winning the league and Champions League, and like I said to Gerri the other day, if we do that, I don't want to hear. I don't want. I'm gonna say his proper name. I don't want to hear about Josep anymore. If we win the league and the Champions League this year, please, nobody. I'm begging you, don't mention his name again to me, because at this point, no, real talk. At this point, there's no need to bring up this guy's name anymore. This guy has trillions of money. People are making excuses. Oh, the goalkeeper wasn't out. Liverpool's goalkeeper out with the first few games. The goalkeeper not. Okay. They have a lot of money. I feel nothing for the City team. The handball and all that. No.
Yeah.
Liverpool is that squad, and that's it. But let's move on. Since we're talking about this, I'm coming to you, Jamz. January's coming.
Yep.
I almost feel like it's here now because of all the talk. Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, Sancho, and Mbappe. Now, let's be real. We're probably getting none of them in January. But of those four guys, because those are the names that are being swung around. Now myself, I'm sure Gerri, even you, Jamz, and Mame can think of other names that we can actually use and that would actually be part of our team. But who do you think, if we do go for someone in January? Because I have a sneaky suspicion that Klopp will go for someone in January. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. But I have a feeling he will go for someone. So of all the players out there in the world, there's a billion to pick from. Who do you go from? We're playing Napoli soon. And to me, there's a few players on Napoli that in the summer I'd love to have. One is Alan. But go ahead, Jamz.
I think our midfield is wrapped of talent. I think.
Whoa! Is what?
I think our midfield's fine. It's
okay.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot of talent. I think at the moment, Naby Keita doesn't start at the moment.
Especially when Widgie is playing like that, as you call it.
Yeah, Widgie's in midfield. Henderson, Milner, Wijnaldum, Ox, Naby Keita. That's 5, 6. We've got Guric coming back at 7. We've got a lot of midfielders.
Gruich, okay.
Yeah, I think wing backs is one argument. I think wing backs. Could we get a left back or right back in just to maybe another topic we'll get onto before we go if everyone's got time is Trent in midfield, but we'll get to that afterwards.
Well, real quick. Speaking on that, how's it going on time? Everybody good?
I'm good. I'm good all night. I am.
Gerri.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
You okay? My man.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, go ahead, Jamz.
So we can go to Trent in midfield in a bit. But so I think in midfield we've got let me count them. We've got Widgie, Hendo, Fabinho, Milner, Ox, Naby Keita. There's 6 of them. Six going for free position. So we've got one almost in each position.
Lana,
Oh shit, and Lallana 7 even. Sorry, yeah, 7. So I don't think I love Kai Havertz, the German kid. Although his numbers have not been good this season, I think this in January, if we go for someone, I think it's an attacking player. I think with Salah possibly carrying a little niggle and not replicating his numbers of last season, maybe we go for someone to be on the bench in that position on the bench. So, to be honest, Mbappe 2020, I don't think we can afford Mbappe. I think PSG paid 140 million, and I think Mbappe is probably worth arguably maybe even double that now with the World Cup and his everything, his Instagram followers, his as an icon. I think Mbappe is probably worth 300 mil. And I'm not sure.
See, that's the problem. We're in social media age. Like that's crazy.
You know, I was reading about Ronaldo. Just off topic, Ronaldo when he went to Juventus, Jeep that owned Juventus shirt sales, they had to triple their money because when Ronaldo uploaded a picture.
Oh wow.
Yeah, when Ronaldo uploaded a picture in a Juventus shirt, their sales went like times 8. Mbappe is not that level yet, but he's going to be that level eventually.
No doubt.
The icon of football. So I think PSG will probably not sell him for less than 300 mil, and I don't think Klopp would spend that on an individual. So I think Mbappe is probably out of it. Sancho's a good shout. Would Sancho sit on our bench? Probably not. It doesn't make sense for him to sit on our bench when there's probably every other club, par Barcelona in world football, that would start him. So yeah, I'd like to get a world class player to come into the team and fight for the front three. So that brings me to Werner. So Werner's got a release clause. It's coming to an end. It's something like 30, 40 mil. He's probably worth about 100 mil, 80 mil, whatever he's worth. I'd love to get Werner. I think Klopp being German and he can play out wide. He can play in the middle. You know, if that allows.
So you're really on that Timo Werner train. Yeah, you think he really can come in and do? Because you're talking about having quality on the bench, but you just said Sancho wouldn't come here and sit on the bench. So
I don't think.
But you see Timo Werner coming in and actually playing. Yeah, we're back to that conversation.
I look at Sancho and I think at the moment his age, the fame around him, he probably won't come and fight for the bench. But with Werner, I feel like he might fight for the bench, and Klopp might look at Werner as a player that can play as a false 9. Play out wide, play as an ST. He has the ability to play different positions. And we could flirt with the idea of playing Firmino back as a 10 maybe, like Coutinho used to play, and then we can have Werner in the middle, or we can have Werner come off the bench every game at the 70th minute. And you know.
Why can't Sancho do that then?
I don't. One, I haven't. So number one, I haven't really seen Sancho play in that position.
Wait, what position?
So number one, Sancho doesn't have a release clause of like 30 mil. Sancho's going to be worth probably 130 mil minimum.
That's very minimum. They're talking about 140.
Yeah,
so
140. That's a big thing. Werner has a clause this summer.
No one will pay 140 for Sancho anyway.
Say again.
No one's gonna pay 140 million for Jadon Sancho. He's not.
You never know, Gerri. It might not be us, but somebody might pay that.
Let's be real.
Hold on. Wait. What'd you say, Mame?
I said, Man U can do it. They're desperate.
Yeah. Again, that's another option because people are thinking. Again, we talk about certain players and what they should be thinking, but Liverpool, in certain players' minds, whether we agree that or not, it's like they're stacked. I'm not going to play ahead of Salah unless Salah leaves, which I think is possible. If we win Champions League and the league this season, it's a possibility we lose one of the three, in my opinion.
I'll be
But
devastated.
yeah, that's fine. But life goes on. I mean, I was devastated when this is going to sound crazy. Emery Chan left, but that's me. I love Emery Chan. But my point is this. My point is this. I'm not missing him now. And my thing is, if we lose one of those three, then yes, it's like okay, we need to be going for a big name like that. But if we don't lose those three, some of these players are not going to come to Liverpool because they know. Look. Like Mame said, and Mame has a great range of these African players. Some of them represent France, but they're African. But my thing is, a guy like Pepe, I'm sure he wants. I mean, are you really choosing Unai Emery? Good evening over Jurgen Klopp? No, you're choosing that because you think you're going to play, and he's still not playing. So you got to take that. You got to take that. Good.
I think if Pepe's team agreed 40-50 mil, I reckon Pepe would have come to Liverpool.
Nah, bro. To not play? Nah, I don't see that.
I don't think to not play. I think Nicolas Pepe is thinking, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win trophies. I'm gonna fight for my place. And at 20, what was he? 23. At 23, I'm gonna be the next guy. Salah, Mane, and Firmino. 27. 28?
But Jamz, that couldn't have been his thinking because he went to Arsenal. You're not winning anything at Arsenal. He had to have known that. He had to have known that.
Arsenal paid the big bucks for him. I think
Right.
I think if we had paid the big bucks, I think he would have come to us. I think Mane and would have.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Mane would have said to him, you will be the new Mane. Basically, you're going to come to Liverpool. You're going to learn off me and Salah.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
But,
who's trying to get in?
Werner. Yeah, go on.
Go, Mame, Gerri. Who wants to get in?
Yeah, I just want to talk about like the.
I got you, Mame. I got you. Go ahead, Gerri.
Yeah, I'll make it quick, Dory. Basically, what I want to say is, listen, I think in the summer we shouldn't be looking again. I think we should be looking to freshen things up a bit in the summer because we didn't do it last summer. So, I think whatever happens, I think we'll be. I don't think we'll have too many departures. I don't think we'll have any departures in terms of big names. I think. All the big names will be at the club. I think maybe players like Lovren will probably leave. Maybe
he's pretty close to leaving anyway, right? At the end of that window, Roma, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. He was exactly. So I think he'll move on in the summer.
Okay.
Same with Lallana, Klein, some players like this. Then I think it's time to freshen up. I think maybe getting some width. I'm talking about wing backs, like left back, right back, to get some of that. Right back, left backs. Because Gomez for me is not right back. I don't want to see him there. I want to get back, in to support Trent a little more. Obviously see how Williams does the development of him as well in the youth. Kiana Hoever as well. See how some of those players do in the youth. But when we're talking about midfield, I think we're okay. I think we're going to be okay. But we're talking about the attack. Listen, I agree with Jamz in this one. I want someone like a Jadon Sancho. I want someone, of that next level to replace someone or maybe like Xherdan Shaqiri, who I think will be also shipped off in the summer. I want someone on that right side.
Big shout.
So like Jadon Sancho, I think he's the perfect fit for Liverpool. I think he's the perfect fit. He can play on the left side. He can play on the right side. He's the sort of player where we can sort formations. He's sort of like a Mane type in terms of position wise. He can play on either side. Salah can only play on the right, but he can
Who's Sancho?
Yeah, I'm saying like he can play on both sides, like Mane. Salah can only really play on the right, can he?
Yeah.
I think with Salah, he can play up top, and you can Firmino on the 10, Sancho on the right, Mane on the left. Firmino, Salah up top, because we were doing that.
That's sweet.
We were doing that.
Sweet.
Yeah, and we were doing that with 4-2-3-1 with Shaqiri, and we went on.
Shaqiri.
But see, that's the thing. I want to see more 4-2-3-1. But go ahead, man.
Fabinho and Wijnaldum is as a pivot.
Thank you. That's all you need. That's all you need. If because we know Hendo has his issues with his foot, the plantar fasciitis, whatever it is. If you have Gini and Fabinho, I really wish. I know Klopp feels like he has to play Hendo, and I don't mean as a knock on Hendo because as we see, he can rise to the occasion. Same with Genie, but I think if you go to a 4-2-3-1, you can see a lot more dynamism.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think about it, but then I think, you know what? You know, where's Naby Keita going to play? You know, where's Chamberlain going to play? Where's Henderson going to play?
Yeah. They got to fit in with that. But see, that goes back to. Go ahead, Mame.
Yeah, I said that's the thing. Like anytime you think about bringing in a player, you got to think about players who's already there. You know,
And this is why
and the thing,
this is why quickly, Mom, I'm just going to say one thing really quickly. This is why
back to you, Mame. After that, go ahead, Gerri.
yeah, just one little sentence. This is why we renewed Origi's contract, and this is why we signed Shaqiri for 13 million. That's it. That's what I'm going to say. Because they're happy to sit on the bench. You know what I mean? They're happy to sit on the bench.
Go ahead, Mame.
yeah, for me, we should stop looking at high-profile players. There are some other good players out there from the lower leagues, lower teams. We saw like Salzburg or Bruges or some teams in France and everything. You know, I think those are the kind of players we're probably gonna get. Because look at Klopp. Since Klopp been here, how many signings did he made like in January?
Calker, and I guess Van Dijk.
What a centre back partnership is.
Exactly. That's like emergency signing.
Yeah.
The thing
who was the other center back we got that went off to? He was a captain of his team. Who? Klavan. Yeah, Klavan. Yeah. Go ahead.
I thought it was actually right. £4.5 million.
Yeah, you know? I mean, just great business. I'm sorry. Just the business we're doing is just. Go ahead, Mama.
That's the thing. I don't. Frankly, if you sign any high-profile player, that means that one important member of the team is going to leave. That's that. It is simple as that.
Yeah, that's part of the business. Good.
Yeah. Now you can get some other players that wouldn't mind being rotation. You know, coming here to learn. Not like those Solanke type. You know,
that was a bust and a half. But I think Klopp, like myself, thought there was going to be more from Solanke. I think I would have thought that Klopp might have thought Solanke could have been what maybe he thinks Brewster could be.
No, maybe he could have been, but the thing is, those type of players need playing time, develop.
And he was never going to see that, right? He was never going to see that.
He's horrendous.
That's the problem with this Jamz boy. What is his name?
Hold that thought, Gerri. Go ahead, my man.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Jamz. Mm-hmm. Your player. Wilson? Is it Wilson?
Yeah, Wilson? you know his name. You know his name. You
know? That's the thing. Like those players, they got something in them, but they cannot develop at Liverpool. They'll be useless because they won't get playing time.
That's a great point. That's a great point. And just to piggyback on that, Harry Wilson is a great player, and it pains me to say that because I know Jamz is thinking, yeah, but I told you so. But for some reason, they don't do enough. Because look, if that dude was Klopp is putting a lot of emphasis, a lot of promise into guys like Ryan Brewster, Curtis Jones. But why isn't he putting that same situation in Harry Wilson? That's a question you got to ask, Jamz. Why is that?
The reason
because he want to sell him. He want to sell him for profit.
Hold up, my mate. Because I feel the same. Let's let Jamal talk. Let's let Jamal talk.
So Wilson's 22. He's not.
Oh Lord, here we go. Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready.
If we had a 19-year-old that got 22 goals in the championship last season, we'd keep him.
Everyone, whoa. Say it again. What league was that?
In the championship. So
my nigga. Go ahead.
Everyone said that about Abraham. Everyone said to me in the summer, "Oh, Abraham did it in the championship. He's not the Premier League level." Now Abraham.
Facts. That's facts.
I don't get it. Like I watched Wilson from about 4 or 5 years ago. Wilson is the only man that really Brewster didn't break Liverpool records. He broke England records, not Liverpool records. Woodburn never broke Liverpool records.
Oh, please, Woodburn's please.
Curtis Jones didn't break Liverpool records. These guys didn't. Wilson used to get 22 goals from out wide, 19 goals from out wide.
With Derby?
Liverpool under 18s, 19s. And then when he went to Derby, I think he got, quote me, I might be wrong, he got either 18 or 22 goals.
No. I'm not trying to hear that. You should have the computer in front of you right now. I don't want to hear about if you're wrong. Look at your stats up. No, I ain't trying to hear that. I know Gerri does. The nerd that he is. I love it. Come on, let's go, Gerri. Let's go. No. Pause, Jamz. Gerri, let's go.
I've got the computer here. So Harry Wilson last season. Yeah. Harry Wilson last season.
43-16.
Yeah, he. So last season in all competitions, got 18 goals from out wide. And
for real?
Yeah, for real, bro. For real. And
damn.
Some of them goals are beating De Gea and Edison. They're not dickhead goals. So,
are these set piece goals? I'm just curious. I'm fucking with you.
Some of them were 1-on-1.
Whoa. Give me the percentages. How many? So how many goals did he have? 20 what?
So in all competitions, he had 18 last season.
Okay, so how many were set piece? I'm just curious. I'm not trying to be. I'm just asking.
The record I've got doesn't say. It just says 15 in the league. And 3 goals in the cups.
Okay, gotcha. You got 16 in the league.
So you padding the stats, Jamz. You padding the stats.
I've got what you doing? Jerry's got better than me. Mine says 15. So
Jerry's a nerd. Are you padding the stats? That's what I'm asking you.
He's got 16 in the league, 1 in the EFL Cup against United, against
that's 18. That's 18.
Southampton in the replay January. He scored.
Okay, that's 18. Fine.
So, the reason he was loaned out, I think, is the age he's at now. He can't be playing cup games. He needs to be playing week in, week out in the Premier League.
For who?
At the moment, he's got 4 goals.
Playing week in, week out for who?
He needs to be playing week in, week out in the Premier League. At his age, he can't be doing what Bruce is doing. You look at Curtis Jones. These men are playing for under 21s. It's not good enough. Under 21s, we're comparing him to Martini for Arsenal, who's got 7 goals, and Greenwood for Man United. Under 21s, I don't care about under 21s.
Bruh, Martinelli is his name. And secondly, he's playing against bum squads. Like, let's be real. Martinelli is a good Brazilian young player. I would never say anything different. I'd be crazy to say that. But he's not playing against nobody. He's not. And he's getting poach goals. He's not like he's
at 18. That's fine.
Okay, hold. Well, number one, you're eating. Let's let Gerri.
Showed me Harry Wilson's stats from
Okay, yeah, sure. So I stopped eating.
Hey, Jamz, you got caught out. Caught out, baby.
So okay,
caught out.
This is my finger, Harry Wilson. As
Hold on, time out. Mame, you still there?
No, he's muted.
Mame, you making pasta still, brother? What's going on? Okay, go ahead, Jamz. Go ahead.
So my thing with Wilson, Gerri's right. So my thing with Wilson, I got no personal bias. As a kid, he broke numbers. He did numbers that I didn't do, Sterling didn't do, etc., etc.
Nobody did.
He got a chance at championship, and he got 15 goals in the league, 18 in all competitions. Gerri said 19, even better.
No, 18.
19, whatever. So, and then at the moment, he's got 4 in 11. So if we do the maths,
the maths.
12, he'll probably get 12. He's got 4 now. It's a quarter. So 4, 8, 12. If he gets double figures in the Premier League, there's no reason I won't give him a chance. Shaqiri never got 12. So, 20,
no, that's fair.
I'm not saying he's our saviour. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I get you. No, and
giving a lot of shitter players chances. That's what I'm saying.
No, and I would love to say you're totally wrong, but every time I say that, it's like every week he's scoring. Go ahead, Gerri.
But the thing is, right, you're saying like, we need better players on our bench, but Harry Wilson isn't a massive improvement on our bench.
But hold on, quote unquote, isn't he though? Wouldn't he be an improvement, Gerri? Devil's advocate,
Would he be an improvement on the bench?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd probably have him instead of Lallana or something like that.
Same.
Okay. See,
But
that's key.
no, I'm talking about major improvements here. I'm not talking about little
No.
slight.
I hear you. I'm being devil's advocate right now. I hear you.
Yeah,
I
do
hear
you know what I
you.
mean? So it's like, listen, I've never said once that he's shit or I think he's a good player. I think he's a good little player. He's got fantastic left foot. You got to see the goal he scored against Newcastle against Bournemouth. That was a brilliant goal. That left foot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I just think that he's still a player that needs to be playing football. I think for the good of his career, if I was him, I'd be moving on. I'd be saying, I want to go to Bournemouth permanently because Bournemouth is a fantastic club for a young player to develop. And with Eddie Howe as your manager, you can't get anyone better than that. So and I think Klopp is happy for him to go in the summer for 25 to 30 million or something like that. I think that's what will probably happen. You know what I mean? I think that's what will happen. I think we'll sell Shaqiri as well, and I think we'll bring someone in.
Yeah. So again, I don't. Go ahead, James.
I actually agree with Gerri, to be honest. I think the way Liverpool are moving right now, unless he will probably get 15 goals, but I think he needs to add to his game. At the moment, he's just a set-piece specialist, and we're better than that at the moment. We need more than that. And to be honest, when I look back at Liverpool's career, the last 20 years, there's no one that we let go of that I seriously regret. You look at Suso, for instance. I don't look at Suso and think,
Oh God.
what a baller, or Luis Alberto, or
But when we went to Italy, he was balling out though.
he was doing okay. You look at Arsenal,
Okay.
Okay. The way I look at Wilson, look at Gnabry. Gnabry wasn't getting the numbers that Wilson was getting. Gnabry got treated.
He's talking about Germany. Gnabry.
Yeah. He was at Arsenal.
Oh, please,
He weren't good
man.
enough. Apparently, he weren't good enough.
No, right.
Just like going to Derby, he weren't good enough. And now Gnabry is one of the best young players in that position. So I think Liverpool have been lucky. There's not many players I look at and I think, wow, we should have kept on to him. There's probably no one. Man United, they let Pogba go. Arsenal let Gnabry go. Chelsea have let Salah go, De Bruyne go. We've been lucky in that department. If I feel that with Wilson, like Gerri said, unless Wilson adds a lot more to his game, we'll probably let him go. We'll probably get 30, 40 mil for him. And then it is what it is. If it bites us in the bum, it does. If it doesn't, it probably won't. And at the moment, we've been lucky. You look at Jordan Ibe. We let him go. We were so lucky to get 50 mil for him. We let the other kid go to Bournemouth as well. He's been shit. Suso, Danny Pacheco, Rossiter, Luis Alberto. So many kids we've let go, and they've just, Sinclair. They've just, except for Sterling, no one's really left us and gone up a level. Do you know what I mean? We've been quite lucky in that department. And I look at Wilson, I think, I don't want to let Wilson go. And in 5 years' time, we're sitting here and we're saying, Harry Wilson, Madrid won him. He's fucking getting 30, 28 goals. And that's my only thing with Wilson. If you can beat De Gea and Edison for 40 yards out, can you add the sitting? And I remember Gerrard or Scholes once said, it's hard to learn to beat a keeper from 40 yards out, but it's easy to learn to beat a keeper from 10 yards out. Wilson can beat a keeper from 40 yards out. He struggles to beat a keeper one-on-one. That's Wilson's problem. But Wilson adds that to his game in the Premier League. He'll be a good player. So Klopp knows this.
Yeah, no, I think he definitely can.
Yeah, Klopp has a guy that watches him every game. And at the moment, like I said, 4 goals in 11. He's only had 9 starts. That's impressive numbers. So I think we keep an eye on him. I think at the moment we're in bigger, better things. We're looking at Sancho and Werner and Mbappe. And so at the moment, we're not worrying about him. But yeah.
Guys who won't play unless guys leave. Go ahead.
I've watched Harry Wilson this season quite a bit, actually. And let me just say something here. I think, he's got a few goals there, but he hasn't been that great. Honestly.
I agree.
I agree, yeah. He hasn't been that great. I mean, I was just looking through, and this is not me just looking through and picking out, thinking, oh yeah, he hasn't been great because he's been subbed off. But I've actually watched most of these matches, the 4 matches, because they've been on live TV. So I mean, for example, gets subbed off 63 minutes against Leicester away. I remember watching that match. He gets subbed off 56 minutes at home against Everton. Again, I remember watching that one. Subbed off after 1 hour again against Bournemouth. Against Southampton, sorry. subbed off against West Ham again after 65 minutes, subbed off against Arsenal again after 60 minutes, subbed off against Norwich after 68 minutes, off on the bench from 30 minutes against Watford, scores a goal against Newcastle, but subbed off after 65 minutes. That's not a play that's really showing me, what I mean? That's consistent.
Yeah, I agree. I think the level we're at right now, it's not what we need. But if we was to look at Salah at 22 or Mane at 22, it's a bit different. But I think at the level we're at right now,
yeah, but we can't. This is the thing. We can't wait for him to. We can't.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll talk about it in the end in summer. And could we have him? And
I think if he leaves in the summer, I think it's best for both parties. Do you know what I mean? Because it's best for him.
We'll get money for him. We'll get money for him.
Yeah, we can get money for him. He can go. We can go play football. Because if I'm him, right, it's great lifting up trophies, but I don't want trophies being like not a part of anything. You know what I mean? It's great to having that and see. But I want to play.
But it's like you said, I'd rather him come on than Lallana.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but at the same time, it's just like, it's a toss of a coin, really, isn't it, with Klopp? And I mean, Lallana's obviously going to be leaving in the summer. But the thing is as well.
But wait, is that obvious though?
Yeah.
Sorry? Yeah, I think it will. And I think it's like, who would rather be on the bench? Who's happy being on the bench? Lallana or Wilson as well. You know what I mean? So, like,
Lallana knows. I feel like Lallana knows.
Listen, if Lallana wanted to play football, he would have left.
He knows how lucky he is.
Here's the thing. I think Wilson is thinking, what else can I do, Klopp? I think this is like an audition for Klopp. This is an interview. This is your resume you pass in the Klopp. It's like, bro, you shit me out. But look at your bench. Yeah. Look at me. Not the bench, but I could really help with that.
And I think Klopp looks at that. I think look at what's happening with Villa. We're gonna have to play a team against Villa that's gonna be under 21s and probably get knocked out.
No, we'll probably still win. But go ahead.
I'll be flipping over the moon.
Watch us win both. Watch us win both.
Oh my God!
Watch.
Aaron, if we beat Villa, I will be.
But hold on. I know that's your home team, but. It's Villa. We can beat them.
It's a Premier League team, man. It's a Premier League team. And we're going to have maybe...
For that. I mean, I don't really care what happens in that match anyway, but...
I want to win that, as everyone knows, but I don't want to get into it, but I'll be over the moon. If we beat a Premier League team with our under-21s, I'd be over the moon.
Hold on, Gary. Can you say that again, Gary?
What?
What you just said.
Yeah, I don't really care about the match, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, but just back to the January situation. January. Go ahead, Gary. Sorry.
Just on the video one before we go. This is why I kept saying to you that this is why we're not able to go far now at Carabao Cup, especially this year. This is why, because we've got the Club World Cup this year and they haven't found a way. So this is what I mean about the FA. It's so stupid that because we're so good and we're winning every single match, we don't get rewarded for winning every single match. We're getting punished. No. We have to play. So you're telling me because we're playing so well, we're not allowed to play some of our strongest teams in a cup competition.
Well, I'm a little disappointed in Klopp because that was a bit of a crawl down because initially I don't know if you guys remember, but he was like,
"What was that?"
Hold on. But Klopp was like, look, if they can't make it work for, and I'm paraphrasing now, but he was basically like, if they can't make it work for us, we'll step out. Yeah, now he's really going to what they wanted him to do was, because let's be real, everyone expected us to lose to Arsenal, so this wouldn't even be a conversation. We didn't. The kids play hard. Origi, Jamz, stepped up, and we're through to the next round. And so now they're like, oh, what do we do? Everybody's fumbling.
What did I say?
So now. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, quickly. You continue.
Yeah, no, I feel like, I think even Klopp would never say this, but I feel like he fielded a team that he thought, this is half good, half like, I'm kind of disrespecting the competition, but whatever. There's bigger trophies to win. Yeah, and we ended up winning it. And if you look, I'm sorry, what?
It went to penalties. We scored in the last kick of the game. It's kind of right.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I think Klopp. I think
they had a Bamiyang on and Lacazette and stuff.
Yeah, but I think Klopp. Whoa! What'd you just say?
They kind of had a similar. We had a few stars. They had a few stars. They had a lot of kids.
No. They had a stronger team than us.
Well, they did, but not by massive margins. It's not like they had a
Okay,
ban.
yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. But my point is, I think Klopp and just the football world, or whoever had anything to do with that competition, thought that Liverpool are going to lose this and they'll focus on other trophies. But that didn't happen, and so now I think people are like, "Ooh, wait. So what do we do now?" And the fact that he didn't stick to the whole let's let this ride, let them do what they got to do, and we're go. You know, he's
Yeah, I did say to you that Klopp he won't whatever happens. I did say to you that he's not gonna exit the competition. I told you that he's gonna what he was trying to do at that point. I don't know if you remember me saying this. I said to you what he's trying to do at that point was he was trying to put pressure on the EFL to try find a good date, and those talks are generally for clubs like probably like forget this, stick it a day before, let the under 23 man is Neil Critchley or whatever his name is, let him deal with it because he's showing that Klopp doesn't really care himself.
Fine, yeah.
He hasn't really put up a fight for it. You know what I mean? He hasn't put up a fight, and what he said was absolutely fantastic. What he said was after the Arsenal press conference or another press conference, I can't remember. He said, "Why is there two legs in the Carabao Cup semi-final in January? Why is there two legs? I don't understand why there's two legs in that." And that just this is what I mean. If it was one leg, completely fine.
Yeah.
Is a killer. Two legs is a killer because you're thinking, oh, semi-final, you probably got Leicester United or City, right? You're thinking of that. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be like it's gonna be. You know what I mean? I don't know what's gonna happen against Villa. I think Villa probably, Villa. You know what? Villa probably expected should be favourites to win the match.
Yeah,
We're gonna have. I mean, look, let's run through the team that we're probably gonna have. In goal, Kelleher. Right back Williams, left back probably Larucci, centre backs Seth Vandenberg and Hoever. In midfield, bloody it's 123 team basically.
Gomez, to be honest, because Love not going to be on our bench.
No, because they're all gonna go to Qatar, mate. They're all gonna go to Qatar.
We can only take an 11 plus 7.
No, but they're gonna take more.
Bro, if we can't beat Aston Villa with a B squad, a G squad, then it wasn't our competition. It's simple as that, guys. Talking about this, and I'm not trying to be rude to any of you guys or anybody listening to this, but if it's still what?
It's still disgraceful what
No, it is, but Garrett, this is what we have, so it is what it is. Like, and that's the thing.
I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. It's not like
no, yeah. Because I mean, well, let me ask you guys: do you guys rate this Club World Cup? I'll come to you first, Gary. Do you rate? Do you rate it? Do you care? Or okay.
I care because it's not something you enter every year. It's it's something that you get that gold. First of all, I mean, I may sound like a little kid here, but you get that gold badge that says you're the European champions on it on that shirt. And I want that on my shirt. I want to go get it printed the next day, right?
Okay.
And first of all, you get that trophy specifically for winning the Champions League, the greatest club competition. So I want that for me prioritized over the League Cup, and that's why we're sending the kids there when we're trying to win the Club World Cup. But at the same time, I think we should obviously look to make a few changes in the Club World Cup as well, because I don't think that we're coming up against incredible teams. You know what I mean? Some teams from around the world.
Yeah.
Where players like maybe James Milner comes in at left back for me in the semi-final, or maybe a Divock Origi comes in, or maybe like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain comes in. A bit of rotation, like a Lovren or Matic. More rotation in the Club World Cup, because you have to remember after those two games, we come back from the national break because no national break, so Club World Cup, because West Ham away is postponed for us. We've got West Ham moved, and after the Club World Cup, we come away on Boxing Day, Leicester away on Boxing Day, right? So that's going to be a tough match. So this is what I mean. We have to keep the players as fresh as possible. So, but it's going to be a tough period. But if we can have a similar month to what we had last December, we won every single game. You know what I mean? In January, ask me. In January, we could be like 13 points ahead of City in the title race. You know what I mean? Comparing the fixtures that we have, because I'm expecting us to win our next 5, and I'm expecting City to drop quite a few points in their next 6-7 games.
Yeah, same here. I think they got some good games coming up. My son wants to just say something real quick, so if you guys can just one second.
Shout out to my man Sturge at his new team.
Hello?
shout out his favorite player. Hold on one second.
Was it Sal?
Shout out to my man Sturge at his new team.
Oh, Sturridge.
Yeah, he's even following Sturridge on the Turkish league. He loves Sturridge.
No,
Really? I'm you know, I tell your son, man, Sturridge is from the same area I'm from, so I follow Sturridge.
A minute.
Yeah. So,
And we grew up with Sturridge. Some of my friends played with Sturridge, so we're big fans of Sturridge, where I'm from.
so
I think Sarge is injured, by the way, again.
yeah, I'm gonna tell him that. He said Sturridge is injured again. By the way, he gave me a look of. Like,
Don't tell him. Don't tell him that.
No, he's okay. Are you okay? Yeah, he's a little broken, but yeah, he hates to hear that. But he's at the point now where he knows. But look, Mame, and let's get you in here if you can, man.
I think he's on mute.
What's the no? I just spoke to him through Twitter. I'm sure. I think he just had a cigarette. He'll come on when he comes on. But I'll come to you first, Jamz.
Yep.
Reality. No, number one. How big is it? I feel like we've been talking in circles about this anyway, but
that's fine. I got time.
Straight up question: do you think we need someone in January? With Salah's situation, I heard that Robertson played recently, but I thought he had an ankle injury. Maybe my news is wrong, but I heard he played. But in January, it's only November. I'm talking about I'm talking as if it's December, but it feels like it's December. But so in January, of the people who you think are like can actually happen, the transfers you think can actually happen, who are they? And do you think we need? Well, that's a silly question because I know you feel like we need more coverage. So out there in the world of football, who would you grab? And the people who you think that are possible, obviously not Mbappe or something like that, but someone in January who you think could really help us. If you have someone, who do you think it could be?
First of all, Gerri, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate.
Big up Gerri because I actually agree with Gerri for the first time in a while about the FIFA club. I think Gerri was 100% spot on. We need to win the FIFA club. As Gerri knows, I'm a big fan of winning all competitions. And I want to win everything, man. The League Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, the Premier League, the FIFA club. I want the gold badge, bro. I want that. I growing up, I dreamed of having the gold badge that Madrid have. So I want that. So that big up Gerri for that.
We didn't get in 2005, innit? We lost to Sao Paulo.
I remember it very well. I was in year 9. A year 9 Aaron is like 14 in school. And we beat Sao Paulo, I think, in the semis.
No, I swear we lost to Sao Paulo in the final, 1-0.
We lost it. We beat a team in the semis.
Yeah, I think 3-0.
3 disallowed goals, I think.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you know this, Gerri, because you would have been like 5 or something. But I played, yeah. Gerri does research.
Big facts.
Yeah, Gerri's a man. Gerri's the man, because Gerri would have been baby. I was a baby. I was about 12. But all I remember is we had 3 disallowed goals. Anyway, moving on.
Hold on, wait. Well, let me get the ages. Gerri, how old are you in Jamz?
18.
26.
You're 18?
Mm-hmm. He's a baby, bro.
It's fucking legend. So 26 Jamz is 26.
You see when Gerri says the Champions League and this, I'm like,
yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know you were 18, bro. That's
how do you even know? Like,
anyway, go ahead, Jamz.
Yeah. So anyway, big up Gerri for that. So I don't think Klopp will buy anyone. I don't think Klopp will. I think there was little links to what's the guy from Bournemouth? Gerri, do you know his name?
Ryan Fraser.
Yeah, Wilson took his place.
Yeah, Fraser. But I want to stick to just what you think. Like, fuck what Klopp thinks for a minute because we know what Klopp thinks. He's probably going to keep the same team. But I'm just saying, as a Liverpool supporter, if there was any player you can go for, who is that and what position?
Good question.
A reality situation, not like a dream, but like someone who you think we can actually get in January.
Realistically,
realistically.
You know what? Probably Werner.
Let me say it again, Jamz. Realistically, not dream players.
Is Werner not
Realistically.
realistic? Is he not realistic?
In January, bro. In January, no, that's not. I mean, I don't. What do I know? But in my opinion, I feel like he's not a real. I mean, Gary, do you think that's a realistic player to get in January?
Then yeah, but
No, he's
right, exactly.
He's got a clause in it.
yeah, but the clause kicks in. Well, I mean,
Wait. What's the clause? What's the clause though? What's the clause?
it's 35 million or 30 million something. Then it's up.
In the summer, so he's not going to go to 90 mil in Jan. He might go to like 50 mil.
Yeah, nah, it's not gonna happen because RB Leipzig, right? They're actually doing quite well in the league.
Yeah.
If I was
Mönchengladbach is doing good. I want to look at their squad.
yeah, they're top of the league, aren't they? So they're top of the league by 4 points, I think.
Look at their squad.
So
yeah,
and RB Leipzig, I think, what was I saying? Under I was gonna say Hassan, not Hassan. What's the guy's name? What's Nagelsmann? That's what Nagelsmann. Julian Nagelsmann, RB Leipzig did a great job at Hoffenheim, and he's come down RB Leipzig and he's done fantastic, right? Just beat Hertha Berlin, who are actually quite a good team away 4-2. I think Werner scored another 2 goals, so he's actually doing really well. Werner's doing fantastic this season. He's played quite well
They are.
Yeah, they're on fire as well.
I don't think there is.
Man, they got a good team with the likes of Lookman, who hasn't been playing a lot.
Victor flopped it, said his name, man.
Yeah, so I think with Werner, I've always sort of, I like Werner. I think he's a good player, Werner. But if you're asking me,
man,
if you're saying to me,
nah, Gary, don't hold back. Speak your mind. He's trash.
What?
Go ahead though.
He's what?
Who?
He's trash.
Who's trash?
Werner.
Nah. Listen, I don't think he's trash.
What,
I think
trash?
I like Werner, man. I think Werner's a good
He's
player.
23 years old and his numbers are sick.
I think
Is he that young still?
Yeah, 23.
Oh shit! I thought he was older than that.
24 till April.
Yeah, I thought he was older than that. Sorry, I'm cooking too.
Hey,
But go ahead.
just quickly. I'm on his Google. He's got 11 goals in 11 games in the league.
Oh god!
In all competitions, he's got 16 and 16. The
that
kid is not trash.
What's his assist numbers like? I'm just curious.
8.
8 assists?
Yes, he got 4 the other day.
Oh wow!
The other day he got 4 with
Okay.
6.
Okay. So maybe he's putting in his CV for Klopp. I don't know.
Yeah. Defo, man. He's a baller, man.
It's because of the system Nagelsmann coming. All right, he's coming in with he's been playing like a 3 at the back formation. Sometimes he's playing with a 4 at the back. He originally came in with a 3 at the back formation, playing sort of 3-5-2, and he's been playing quite well with that. And now they sort of switched to like a 4. Yeah,
3-5-2 at Leipzig, right?
Yeah, and
that's what I thought. Yeah,
they're playing with players like I don't know if you know him, Sabitzer, Forsberg, Poulsen. So they got some good players.
Forsberg is another dude that nobody's talking about, but yeah,
Forsberg. So they got a good team, and they've got a very good team. What's his name? RB Leipzig, and I think Werner's been on fire this season. He's really been on it. And I think he's a good player, man. If you're looking at a 35 million clause, whatever his clause is, I don't even know if that's true. I don't know. I'm not
his clause is crazy. It's something stupid. I'll Google it, but it's.
So, I don't know the true facts of it and all that stuff. I'm not too sure, but yeah, as I said, I think.
Well, let me butt in real quick. This is the reason why I call him trash. What did he do? The grand opportunity he had with Germany. What did he do?
I think all the players in Germany are shit, though, weren't they?
Nah, okay, that's fair. That's actually a fair point.
When?
But I'm just saying, like, this is your moment. Like, why did
when
he did nothing? It wasn't like he.
When though? When are you on about? When? That's.
What do you mean when? What do you mean? The last time he played with Germany in the big competition, he did nothing.
He was only 21 though.
Bruh, we can't talk about the age anymore. At this
what
point,
was Salah doing at 21? What was Mane doing?
See, you're giving me that, but you're also telling me that he's good enough to play with Liverpool. So don't give me the age thing because Trent. How old is Trent?
I think he's good enough for our bench.
How old is Trent?
We all know Trent is 1 in 8.
Okay, so then I'm not the whole age conversation. I'm not. If you're good enough to play, then you're good enough to be critiqued.
Werner is definitely good enough to play. Like,
I hear you. Let's see. I hear you. He's done nothing for me. I'm sorry. He's done nothing for me.
I look at Germans front three. They've got Werner, Gnabry, and Sane. They're all under 25. They're gonna be ballers. They're gonna kill world football. And Gnabry signing.
Germany's done, James. But go ahead. Germany's done.
I don't think they're done. I think they're
Okay.
I think Germany will continue to enter new eras.
I
Anyway,
can't see it.
I don't think in January, unless perhaps finger someone, if you really want someone. I don't think we'll get anyone. I think, I don't think we'll get anyone in January. We're better off probably bringing someone back, and I don't think it'll be Wilson. But I don't think we'll sign anyone. If we could, I'd love to get Werner. I'd love to just boost our bench, win the league, win the Champions League, win the FA Cup, win everything, and I want to win everything. But yeah, my answer to your original question is I don't think we'll sign anyone, to be honest.
So again, you feel like we're signings away from winning the league. With this team we have now, hold on, wait. Let me finish the question. So with this team right now, they can't win the league. That's what you're saying, right?
Oh no! I think the league.
We just want to see. You just want to see little treats and gifts.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm not mad at that.
Win everything. I think we can't win one league and all of a sudden I can't say, we need to conquer the world, and by doing that to win everything. If we win the league, if we win just the league, that's great. That's wonderful. I want to. I've got high expectations for this team.
And you should. Yeah.
And you should. And I watched Alex Ferguson with the league. I saw Pep Guardiola. The Premier League, the League Cup, the FA Cup, just last year. So I don't want just one trophy. I don't just want the Premier League. I want everything. I want the Champions League, the Premier League, and then if I can get the Super Cup, we've already got. If I can get the FIFA Club, which we should get, the FA Cup and the League Cup, fantastic. That's what I want. So when I say I want Werner, I want everything. So if we can get Werner in, if my answer to your actually question is, I want Naby Keita to raise his bar up. That's what I want. Naby Keita is a new.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's my answer. I don't want a new signing. I want Naby Keita to be the new signing.
There we go.
I'm starting to get a little bit worried / frustrated.
No, that's fair. I don't totally agree with you, but I do. I get you.
Starting to, and my friends are getting on to me. My Man United friends, my Arsenal friends, they're starting to call him Naby the Flop.
Oh Lord.
They're starting to say, "Oh, who's the bigger, Naby or Fred?" And I don't like that. And
whoa, Fred?
Yeah, and I can't.
Oh, Man U fan. Okay, of course.
I can't really defend Naby as much as I'd like to. Because they start saying, well, Fred's got 2 goals, Naby got 2 goals, Naby's been injured, Fred's been injured, and it's pissing me off. So I need.
But Jamz, let's be real. Who's the better midfielder?
No, I get it. I get that.
Even if Naby played one game,
it's not about,
it's obvious.
The weight turns that Naby does. It's not about the nutmeg.
Oh, it's definitely not that. Yeah, it's definitely not about that.
Winning his games, and at the moment, he's far from that. He's not. We know he can do it, but he can't. And Ox has come out of nowhere and basically become the Naby that we thought we had. Ox is the one that's been our new signing, and that's man. In January, I want to see Naby become our new signing. I want to see, because at the moment, Ox has been that guy, and if
and at the moment, Ox with an ACL injury has gone above Keita in the pecking order.
Yeah, way over.
Because you look at who's coming off the bench in these games. Did Keita come off? Keita came on the bench for like 7 minutes against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Chamber comes on for 30. He got substituted against Arsenal, a little knock, whatever. He did against Genk. He always plays 70. He's had like few starts since he's come back. So, and I don't think he's really set the world alight, right? But I'm not. Listen, as I said, it's a season and a half in, basically, nearly a month in or a season.
How long do you give him?
And what?
How long do you give him?
Well, I'll give him as much time as
we're not having that conversation, are we?
I don't know. When do we have that conversation?
Oh shit! See,
got to eventually, surely.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing.
We paid 55 million. We've got to.
No, fair enough. But here's the thing, and I don't want to make excuses for Naby, although I really like him. I'll have a kit. I'll have a jersey with his name on it at some point. But the thing with Keita and Ox is that Ox is English, and so I think it means a bit more to him. And I'm not making excuses for Keita. I'm just saying you see Ox is ready, and he's showing Klopp, whether it be internationally, whether it be in cup games in midweek, or whenever he puts him on, even in the game against City. I mean, he wasn't fantastic, but you can see he was fresh, and City weren't. But even when he came on, he gave that burst. We didn't score any goals when he came on, but I think it's obvious that Ox is a bit further ahead than Naby. But
because of what?
He shouldn't be though. Like Gerri said, Ox is the one that had the big injury.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
this is what I'm saying, and I'll try to make it a little bit more clear. Ox is English, and I think him playing in the Premier League, which is English, it means something. Now, yes, he had a worse injury than Naby. I think Naby wants it just as much, but I just feel like you can tell from the play. I'm just talking about the play, the performances. Ox is clearly showing. Go ahead, man.
No, carry on.
No. Gerri wants to say something.
Yeah, but in the Champions League, I'm just saying that even in the Champions League, like a lot of people are cool. I want to ask you on this in the Champions League game midweek. At home at Anfield.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people said Keita played a fantastic game. Didn't see that.
False.
I didn't see that. If I'm honest with you.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Can I talk about?
I've been waiting for you. Let's go. Go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, the thing is, Naby is you're saying that Ox got the long injury, but Naby got injured when Ox was back actually.
Yeah. I made that point anyway. I said that he's longer. Obviously, he had the 2 months. He came back in October, didn't he, against United?
Yeah. And the thing with Naby, I think somewhere Klopp might be a bit mad at him because it was his choice to go to the African Cup of Nations.
Was it? I didn't know that.
They can say I'm not fit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was his choice. There was an interview like 2 weeks ago, on a French TV, and he said it, and his coach confirmed it because they asked him if he thought he was ready to go. He said yes, and he went. And the thing with Naby too is he's not adapted yet. Naby started speaking English like maybe a month ago. I heard Klopp saying that he gave him his first thing in English, first instructions in English like a month ago. So that means that he couldn't even speak the language, and that's a big problem for a player like Naby.
Okay, but the question is, what I'd argue is,
wait. Were you done, Mame?
No, I'm not done.
Yeah, let me finish. Go ahead.
This thing is, Naby is a good player.
Definitely.
Naby didn't have a run of 5 or 10 games straight, and whenever he played like 2 or 3 games straight, you saw what he could do. And that will come. Just be patient, man. Just be patient. I'm sure that when Naby start playing, man, all those guys, probably Hendo will go to the bench. I think he's the only one that can put Hendo on the bench.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm gonna let you finish, Mommy. But some people would hear that and think, we haven't seen it yet. But once you see it, let me let Mame finish, and then we'll get to you guys. Hold on. Let Mame finish.
When you see Naby play 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, in a row, it happened last year. And when it happened, you saw that he's a really good player. You saw what he could do. Unfortunately, it didn't happen a lot. And if you see in big games, Barcelona away, that's when he got injured. I think he played in Bayern too, and the first game in Napoli. All those big games he played. Even the 6th game away at home, he played too. So that shows you that Klopp really trusts him.
I don't think Klopp put that much into him to not really believe in him now. Go ahead, Jamz.
I think obviously I want him to do really well. you saw my post on Instagram a year ago.
Famous post, famous.
He'll be the second best midfielder after Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah, but you've taken some back steps now, though, right?
Yeah, I have to be honest. I think I agree with what Mame said. He needs 4 or 5 games, but we are chasing 4 or 5 trophies. We don't have 4 or 5 games to give someone a chance.
No, you're wrong there. But go ahead.
We don't allow someone to have 4 or 5 games that is not involved because we have so many good midfielders. Ox gets half a chance and he takes it. And I think that's the problem. I think at the moment...
You're looking at goals, though. You're looking at goals.
I'm looking at impact.
No, you're looking at goals.
Because if we don't need goals, then we've got Wijnaldum, Fabinho, Henderson,
okay.
Milner.
I see you.
We've got midfielders that have engines, that can impact the game, that can control the game. You know, even Adam Lallana, he can hold the ball, he can Cruyff turn, he can... At the moment, we need Naby Keita to find that Germany form, and we can't give him 4 or 5 games.
I hate when people say that, the Germany form, but I hear you.
But that's the problem. That's what we brought him on. We brought him on the Germany form. We brought him on that box-to-box, grabbing the ball from defense, beating 3 men, and finding the finish to the striker.
Is that what you think Klopp thought? I'm getting a guy on a Germany. Is that what you thought? Is that what you think Klopp thought?
We gave him the 8 shirt. Gerrard met him and did the whole picture.
That's I mean,
there is a lot of expectation. There's a lot of fans on Twitter with their there's a massive fan base want Naby Keita well, including me. I want him to do well. I just think he's got this season now to do well, and if Ox continues, then Fabinho don't get dropped. We know that now. Fabinho won't get dropped. If Ox continues like this, Ox don't get. If Ox continues being that middleman, Ox won't get dropped. Then you've got 3, 4 players fighting for that one position. And do I see Naby breaking into it for 4 or 5 games in a row? Probably not. That's the worry. And I think my worry with Naby is we can't afford niggles. He went away and scored on the weekend for his national team. I don't know if he should have gone. Maybe it was good for him. I don't know. I didn't know he was 100% fit. But
did he go away and score?
He scored. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So he
played really well, but he won't play the next game.
So he'll have a game up.
Yeah, there's another game on Sunday or something like tomorrow. I think it's Sunday. He won't. He shouldn't be playing.
So he'll have a game up. I hope he does his thing, and I really want him to. I just think at the moment, playing for a team like Liverpool, best team in the world, you don't get 4 or 5 games. That's the problem. You won't get 4 or 5 games in a bounce. And we can't be so critical about Henderson and then let Naby get free, come on, not do much. Or he played against Arsenal.
Let's be real. He's not getting it because he hasn't been fit. But yeah.
Yeah, but I agree.
He played against Arsenal, against the kids. He didn't stand out. Let's be real. He didn't. Did he?
Yeah, but it's different.
Would you stand out in that game?
Ox did.
Yeah. Go. Well, let's go to Gerri and then Mame.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Jamz. You know, it's quite a few times tonight, isn't it, Jamz? Me and you agreeing.
Yeah, that's a shot. Huge shot.
I agree with him, man. I mean, it's the thing. Like, you can't keep on making excuses for him. Like, look, I know what he can do. I think we all know what we can do. No one's disputing that. No one has ever disputed that as a Liverpool fan. But we can't sort of. Like, I'm all for. I'm waiting. I'm not saying. I'm not in that boat of sell him. I'm in the boat of come on, show us the consistency now. I mean, it's been a year and a half basically now. So you have to stay fit, because I saw a picture of him in a stretcher. Again, I know there's nothing wrong with it, but I saw a picture of him in a stretcher for Guinea a few in the last game. I was hoping that there was nothing in there, and there wasn't. But again, as I said, I don't think he's taken that chance. He hasn't taken that chance to show it enough yet, to show that he's ready to push into that, to push into the first team. But I think if he does take that chance, because there's a lot of games coming up now in December, he needs to take it, because he could be in the team from now till the end of the season. If he stays fit from now until the end of the season, he's going to play a massive part in us in the Champions League, in the Premier League, because I know that because of the qualities he has, and he will drop anyone. He can drop Henderson, he can drop Ronaldo, anyone when he's fit at 100% and he's playing at his best level. Because when he's playing at his best level, he's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League at his best level. And I think we all know that. But what we want now is consistency, not for him to get injured, for him to look after himself and not keep on, going to Guinea and get injured and all this stuff. You know what I mean? So, and
I'm gonna say one thing, Gerri.
Yeah, go for it.
Aaron. Can you hear me, Aaron? Aaron?
Yeah, he can hear you. He's on mute.
Oh yeah. On Naby's Premier League last season against West, our first game at home.
Mhm.
Naby was unplayable. Naby was fantastic. And my brother turned around as an Arsenal fan and was like, "Yo, he is the missing puzzle. He is your Coutinho." He was just doing flip-flops.
Well, yeah, anybody who watched football should know that how nasty he is.
Naby was
Anybody who watched football, yeah.
amazing. And I remember turning around to my little brother saying, we're complete now. We've got Naby Keita. He is that guy. And the problem is, that was probably his best performance in Liverpool shirt, and that was over a year and a half ago. That's the problem.
Yeah, but do you remember something?
Wait. What game are you referencing? The Palace game?
I think it was our
West
first
Ham.
home game. Was it West
Yeah.
Ham?
West Ham at home. 1-0.
Yeah.
We can also what we also have to remember, he started away at the new camp. He started away at the new camp. He dropped
That's what I was saying.
Henderson.
That's what I was saying.
Henderson didn't start at new camp. He actually came on. Kate got injured. Very unlucky injury.
Got you, Mame.
Very, very unlucky injury at the new camp. And he was actually fantastic. I remember he played Chelsea at home. He played Porto at home. He played Southampton away.
All the big games. He was available. He was playing.
Yeah, he was playing in the run-in from April to May, and then and I'm pretty sure that he would have probably started the Champions League final if he was fit, just like Chamberlain would have started the Champions League final in Kiev. He probably would have started the Champions League final in Kiev. He probably would have started the Champions League final in Madrid, and it was very unlucky. I mean, both. But now, a lot of games coming up. Time stay fit, and then all I'm asking for him is to stay fit, because I know the more games he gets, he'll be in that rhythm and he'll start to show his performances on the pitch.
Yeah. Therefore.
Yeah, and I know I said that he needed 4 or 5 games, but it takes just one good performance to go. And his coach basically said that Naby was at 50% right now. He's not fully fit.
Mm.
And every time he played, maybe it was 5 minutes here and there, 10 minutes, and all our game was on Naby. He was holding the ball every time. There was that game where he had like even more touches than Henderson the whole game.
Yeah, Old Trafford. Wait, that's what I said. I remember the game. I said,
So that's
hey,
Mame, if he's not fully fit, he shouldn't be going on international break.
Facts. Big facts.
That's the problem.
Facts. But he needs to be fit too. He needs to play.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to play.
Yeah,
And he's not playing.
I think he's slowly getting his chances. He's got to take them. He's got
exactly. And
I'm gonna be real. I'm feeling just throughout this conversation a lot of doubt about Naby Keita. And what I'm thinking, and I'm hoping that at some point we'll come back together and say, man, we really doubted Naby Keita, because I think if he gets a string of run of games, this dude is a dynamist. I'm trying to tell you, if he can stay fit, and that's a big if, unfortunately, because he's had some injuries. I don't know if it's, I hate to say it's the physicality, because we can see what Naby could do in the Bundesliga. Is the Premier League that much more physical than Bundesliga? I don't know, but the fact that he's getting injured every other day,
I don't think we're doubting.
It gives me Sturridge vibes. Go ahead.
I don't think we're doubting.
Nichols worry me.
No, Jamz, mate. I don't think we're doubting him as well. I don't think me and you are doubting him. I think we're not doubting him as a player. We're doubting him. Can he stay fit and be consistent? That's what we're saying. That's the question we're asking. The thing we're asking, can he do it at the top level? He's already shown that when he's played 4 or 5 games in a row. He's already shown that. I don't think he needs to prove that to us. He needs to prove.
Uh,
He needs, he needs
Only
to.
time could tell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, as I said, at Old Trafford, he came on for 10 minutes and did more than Henderson did for 17 that game.
Wait. What'd you say, my man?
Or
I
more
said
than
that
Mount
only
did.
time could tell.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gary.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, we're gonna have to wait and see. But as I said, this is it's a big sort of 6 or 7 months for him now. The rest of the season, it's big for him to prove to Klopp that he can be the main man. And he can be a major part in us winning the Premier League or winning the Champions League, because that's what he needs to do now. He needs to make himself part of the squad, because at the minute he's not really part of it. In my opinion, he's not really part of the success that we're having right now. So he needs to just like Lovren. Lovren wasn't part of it. Lovren's actually come in and played 4 or 5 games now. You know what I mean? And he's actually playing a part in games. He's come now and he's benched Joe
Yeah,
Gomez.
that's
He's
the story every season, though. Shaqiri wasn't part of it till that Old Trafford game.
Which one?
No, I
Last
think he was part of it last
Yeah, he was.
season,
part of it till that game. But
Fabinho, Robertson, the first season, all of them.
Yeah, but this is what I mean now. He needs but those are all in the first season. This is the second one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. All I'm saying
I
is
think
that
there's also a lot of expectation for Naby now.
Yeah. It's not like Robertson was 8 million. Shaqiri was a bench player. Like Lovren's, backup.
People are bringing Naby up now.
the season is so long. As you said, there are so many games that players have going to play a part, just like they did last season. Each player, had some moments where they won us a game, they changed the situation or something like that. It will happen.
Yeah, I'm confident. I'm confident that Naby will get back. Who's that talking? Is that Jamz? What's up?
Yeah. I hope so, man. I really hope Naby becomes that guy.
Yeah, I think if he stays fit, I think he'll be what you said, and what I believed when you said it, that he'll be a guy who could just terrorize the Premier League. I really believe that. Not because I got my red shades on, but I just feel like he's really, once he gets a full a 10 game stretch, if possible, 8 to 10 stretch with no injuries, I think it'll be good. It was so pleasing to me to see him in the lineup after we all thought that he was going to be injured for another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
After what game was that? Was it Arsenal, Genk? I don't know, whoever it was.
It was Arsenal.
Yeah, I think that was a big plus for us, and I think those small kind of victories we don't really look at until we see it. And so again, the situation with Salah and other guys might be being out. Again, he's another guy who's a chance for him to show his worth. And I hate to even say show his worth, because I think that he's shown that. Obviously, there's more he can show, but it's not like we've gotten a guy. I mean, we can think about over the years Liverpool players who we've gotten. Carroll, who's the guy we got from Southampton, the striker that Brendan Rodgers thought. Yeah. So I mean, there's guys we can point to say, yeah, this guy was a complete bust. I don't think Naby's on that level, in my opinion.
Not man.
So, I'm sorry, what?
I'd be devastated if that's the case.
Yeah, no, me too, because we expected so much, and again, I don't want to be a homer for Naby. I think he definitely needs to prove more, but I think we need to be a little bit more patient with him, and when he
as a player. The only way he can become a bust like that is because if he keeps on getting injured. That's the only way, because the quality.
Yeah, but that's still a bust though, Gary. I mean, people look at Sturridge. People look at Sturridge as a bust.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, quality wise, he can't be a bust. I'm talking about injury wise.
Yeah.
That's the only way he's gonna be.
But Liverpool fans, like, how long? Like Gary said earlier, how long can we give him? Like, we don't, especially the way we're going. If we were still under Brendan Rodgers and we were still kind of just floating, we'd give him all the time in the world, because we wouldn't have any other choice. But because we're kind of moving in a way of like, look, if you can't get with us, the fact of the matter is Liverpool are so good now that it's like Klopp really has to look at his team and say, look, I know we're good. Everybody plays their role, but some of y'all motherfuckers got to go because you're not a part of us moving forward. It's as simple as that, Gary. And so, as much as I love Naby, if he doesn't step up soon, he might fall into that toilet as well. That's just the truth.
Listen, Klopp's been very lucky with signings. Now, Klopp will get one wrong.
Oh, he's been very what?
Not maybe lucky is the wrong word.
Not lucky.
Yeah,
No.
he's got every signing. He's got
He
every
signed Carriers, man. He signed Carriers.
Carriers, except Carriers. He's got every signing right.
Oh, that's harsh. That's harsh.
Yeah, and even Carriers is harsh. Now, I think.
Nah, man, that's not harsh, man.
I think with Naby,
I know. I'm just being funny.
I think with Naby Keita coming to Liverpool and getting that picture with Gerrard, give him the 8 shirt, and the fact that we
but let me cut you. I'm sorry, but see that's what we got to stop saying that. Like I know that happened, and that's what it was. Yeah, but that's not.
Naby wanted
so now we're gonna have him live up to Gerard standards. Is that what?
No. I don't think we have to look up. But Naby wanted that pressure. Naby wanted the 8 shirt. He asked for it.
Facts.
He did.
Facts.
Naby could have turned around and said, "I don't want a picture, Gerrard."
Yeah, I want another number. He could have said that. He could have said that.
He said, "I don't want the 8 shirt." It was a retired number till Naby wanted it. So. Not just that, the fact that
I got you, my man. Go ahead, James.
The fact that we signed him a year early too is like, okay, Liverpool fans have been watching him for an extra year compared to other players. We've been watching him, we're seeing his progress. So I think it's a multiple things. I think it's the 8 shirt, the Gerrard, the whole getting him a year early, and then we all watched him a year early. And then it's at the moment now, our next Premier League game. I don't think any of us put Naby in our starting 11, and then so if we don't, then this club. Man,
I almost put him in my starting 11.
You drive me to find another liquor store that's open.
So do you? Do you put Naby in our next Premier League game?
No.
Listen, Naby is only.
I didn't get the answer to that. I didn't get the answer to that.
Listen to me.
Okay, go ahead.
For me, Naby is just a question of fitness. As long as he's fit, he might be fit when he comes back. But as long as he's fit, I'm telling you, he's gonna walk into that team. I don't know who's gonna be benched. I don't know who's
you've got Oxlade Chamberlain scoring 5 goals in 5 starts.
Against who? And look, my thing is, you score who you play against. You score who you play against, but
11. If that was Naby, would we be screaming Naby's name, saying Naby has got to start? If we're not even considering Ox, then if you're considering Naby, or you really think of dropping?
Oh no! I'm look. Listen, I was one of the guys who said that I'd be happy to see Ox start against City. He didn't, and we played well. The midfield was incredible.
Yeah.
But no, I think obviously it seems like right now that Ox is slightly, maybe I'm being a little generous to Naby. He's probably more than slightly ahead of Naby in the pecking order, right? But again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I keep standing on it. Once Naby gets a string of games,
will he get games?
That's a big if, and you're right on that. That's a big if, and that's just facts. Like if I was to meet Naby, I'd say, look, love you, man. I'm glad you represent the Reds, but can you stay fit, my brother? Can you stay fit? Because that doesn't seem to be the case. And so if he can't stay fit, then I'm welcome to the people saying, I don't know about Naby. But to say that there's Liverpool supporters right now, James, believe it or not, look around, that are saying get rid of him. And that's a little bit too much for me. Get rid of him? Really? Get rid of him. That's you know how many teams would love to have Naby Keita right now? Real talk. Even with his injuries but the glimpses that he gives you. And I know that the moments he had, Arsenal, whatever, I think to be fair, Ox stood out in those few moments, but he didn't have a great game. What's his name? Origi didn't have a great game. He had great moments, and that was good. That's what we needed. We got to the penalty shootout, and everybody made their penalties cool. Great. Shout out Curtis Jones, Scouser. But I just think we gotta try at least to be a bit more patient with Naby. I'm not saying it's because he's black or he's African or whatever. I'm just saying it because I think there's a huge talent in there. And if we give up on him, he's going to feel that. If fans are like, he's going to feel that. He's still young. If you give him a chance, if we can be a little bit more patient with him, I think we're going to see the best of Naby sooner than later. So that's all I'm saying. Just be a little more patient with him.
I agree.
So in closing, we've been on for 2 hours. You guys are All of you are legends, man. I really appreciate you guys. I know it's an ungodly hour where you are,
Nah,
but
you the legend, man.
aga but what you say?
I say, nah, you the legend, man.
No. You guys, man. You guys make this channel seriously. Like this is great to do it. But I want one answer from all of you guys, and I'll come with you since you spoke up, uh, Mame. Is the league
Yes.
over? Is the league over? Is Liverpool? Is this Liverpool's league, or are you kind of on the fence and thinking that it's too early to say that? Is the league over?
I'll wait till January before
Okay,
saying.
so you're on the fence. Cool, Gary. I think
But
I kind of have your go. I'm sorry, Mame. Go ahead.
you know how optimistic I am. I still believe
I know full well. Yes.
you know. But let's wait till January.
No, I agree. Actually, I honestly agree. But I want everybody's opinion. Gary, you kind of gave me yours the other day, but I'll
Yeah.
ask you again because you're on. Um, I mean, looking at this team, what is it? 11 wins. Let me know if I'm wrong. 11 wins, one draw, no losses.
Mm-hmm.
I think this team is better than last year. Look, I know our defensive record isn't the same. Cool, we're still getting the victories. Does anybody really care if we're winning game? If we can see 2 goals of every match that we play and we win the games, is anybody really tripping? Right. So your opinion, like I know you told me this the other day, but I'm asking you again. Maybe your opinion has changed. Is it the same? Do you think this is the league? This is us. We got it. What?
Yeah. I mean, we only spoke like 12 hours ago, didn't we? Me and you.
Yeah, I know. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the same with Mame. I've got splinters up my ass and everything. I'm sitting on the fence. You know, January. As I said, let's wait until January and let's assess the situation there. Listen, let me get things straight. Liverpool are going to win the league this year, 100%. Right? We're going to win this year.
Oh,
Yes.
But but at the same time, like let's just see how we're going to win the league. Like, I'm not bothered that let's just get let's start.
Man, I love you,
Already won
man.
it.
I love
At the same time. I mean, that's because it could be like 15 points clear or 14, 15 points clear in January because of
oh, wow.
know,
Yeah, that would be.
it's just like, and then it's just like,
it's
time
possible.
just,
It's really
we won it.
possible.
Don't worry, just kick back and relax. Just focus on the Champions League now.
Yeah. Jamz,
And,
how you feeling?
and the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, and the Carabao Cup with the kids.
Yeah, Jamz, how you feeling? Is this our league or are you still on? What's up?
I think the league's done, to be honest. I think
Oh shit! Damn,
Yeah.
here we go. There we go.
I think we've been to Old Trafford, we've been to Stamford Bridge,
God.
we played the whole top six. City have only played 2 of the top 6. I think we'll win the league now. I think unless, like I said at the beginning of the thing, unless we have a major injury to Mane, to Van
And
Dijk.
stop saying that, man. Stop saying that.
Yeah, I'll stop.
I'm
Oh,
the same way. I'm the same way, and it always comes back to haunt us. I'm
Yeah,
the same way, man.
If we
Knock on wood. Yeah.
if we was to lose a Liverpool or a Sane,
Knock on wood.
but at the moment, I think we've played the whole top 6 already once. We've been to the hardest ground in the world for us, Old Trafford, with a point. We went to Stamford Bridge.
Whoa! The hardest ground in the world is the field of Anne.
I think for Liverpool, the hardest place in the world to go to is Old Trafford.
Got it.
3 wins in 10 years. My memory is 3 years in 10 years. Might be 4. No matter who we have, since Suarez left us, we can't win there. So, yeah, we've been to Old Trafford.
I think it's 2 wins in 10 years.
Stamford Bridge, we got 3 points. City came
Wait. What you say, Gary?
Oh no, I just said that I think it's 2 wins in 10 years actually. I think we only won there twice, isn't it? 13, 14 and 08, 09. No, 13, 14, 09.
I've got the Europa win in my head as well. Yeah, 2
We
Okay.
We drew that match.
Drew them, and I wasn't even there. So yeah, putting all that into consideration, Stamford Bridge not easy. I think we've only got like 4 in 10 years there. We won there. City came to Anfield. We beat them. And looking at City losing to Norwich, and losing to Leicester. I think did they lose to Leicester? Look at City.
Never played Leicester.
Who did they lose to Leicester? Norwich and
Wolves.
That's it. And that was Wolves at home. They've got Wolves away. City's hard fixtures are now. They've got Chelsea, United, Arsenal, Wolves, Leicester. all their hard games are now.
Don't forget Bruce, mate. Steve Bruce, Newcastle.
Yeah, Newcastle. In my head, I always thought our hard period is what we just went through, and their hard period is now. And I never dreamt we'd be 8 points clear of them or 9 points clear of them. So I generally think we've won the league. I think, like I said, touch wood, part any serious injuries. I think the league's already wrapped up. And yeah, Champions League, let's go for it. Let's go for everything in it. League Cup, FA Cup. And I think we won. I think we're witnessing one of the greatest sides to ever play Premier League football.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, my man.
Yeah, I just had one question for you about injuries. If Van Dijk was injured for a month.
For how long?
For a month.
You said a month.
4 months.
Don't you think
1 month for?
I think that Atip and
wait. Are you saying 4 or for 1 month?
No, one. No, for a month.
One.
1 month.
I wouldn't be worried.
Yeah,
1 month. 1 month. I'm good. 4 months. That's something you gotta really have a conversation about.
If it's a 1 month niggle, we can go Gomez and Lovren back it. Obviously, he'll be back. I'm happy with Fabinho. I think, it'd have to be like a Laporte injury, a 4 month, 5 month injury where we'd really miss him. I think if it was a month, I'm happy to go, Matip and Lovren or Matip or Gomez. And if it has to be, we can drop Fabinho there like we did against Bayern Munich. I think we're okay. Any injury for a month.
I'd hate to see Fabinho there, but I hear you.
We saw it against Bayern Munich though at home.
But that goes.
Well, I think he doesn't want to remove him from midfield. I think that's.
Yeah. I get that. So I think 1 month, any injury, we're fine. I think our issue would be like more a serious injury like what City have had with Sané.
Because Salah could be out for a month. I think Salah's out for a month. That's what I mean.
But the thing is he misses 2 weeks anyway for international break. So
it's true.
It's like 2 weeks, maybe 2.5, which is fine. But 2 easy games. Well, I say easy. 2 kind of easy games, and then Napoli at home. It's not the end of the world. I think Christmas, that will be where it will hit us around December. If we wish to lose one then. But the thing is, bro, we're 8-9 points clear. So we can afford to lose a game or two. Like, we can. That's fine. And let's be real. No one behind us is going to go unbeaten. No one behind us will win every single game.
I disagree. I hear you, and that sounds reasonable, but we can't afford to lose.
No, we can't, and we're so strict. We're so strict on ourselves.
Like, we should be. This is the level that Liverpool is at.
I think losing the league on 97 points makes us think we have to win every game. But if we're being real, Leicester will drop points. Chelsea will drop points. City will drop points. Like, it's okay if we drop points. Like, we have to remind ourselves we can drop points. It's fine. Like, we're in this position where we draw.
I don't know, man.
We can drop points. It's fine. Leicester are going for a little phase. Leicester aren't that good. I'm not scared of Leicester.
I'm not worried about Leicester and Chelsea. I think I'm looking at City, mate. I'm looking at what City.
Leicester.
Well, hold on, because me and Gary briefly talked about this. You got to remember, Leicester has. Wait. Leicester has no midweek games like they did the season. This season they won the league, so you got to remember that.
I don't give a shit, man. The shit. I don't.
Okay.
Everyone around Leicester going to challenge. Fuck Leicester. They're going for a little bit of form. Once they calm down, Vardy will calm down, Maddison will calm down, Indeed will calm down. Then they're the little dickheads, and they won the league on 81 points, and they got lucky. They're shit. I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about City. And City, no way they are going to catch up with us. There's no way. They are going to continue to drop points. I really think they will. I think... And you know what, Pep, he'll go for the Champions League.
See that I agree with. The Leicester part I don't agree with, but I believe City. I believe City are going to lose to Chelsea when the weekend starts again. That's just me.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I think that, to be honest, I
think I'll beat Chelsea.
I think Pep needs to go for Europe. Pep has to win the Champions League with another club. I seen an interview the other day in Spain.
Jamz. Let me just save you a little bit of breath. They're not winning the Champions League, so that's
irrelevant to bring up. I don't think they will. But I seen an interview the other day, and it was in Spain, and the guy said to him, you get a lot of praises, but you didn't win the Champions League. Messi, Xavi, and Iniesta winning the Champions League. and he didn't know what to say.
Send me the link. I want to see that. Send me the link.
I'll show you it. I'll find it for you. And his
Thank you.
face dropped. They said, you know, you went to Bayern Munich, you had the best team in Germany, but you got knocked out in the Champions League. You went to Man City, the most money, the best team.
Wait. His face dropped? The GOAT
His
of all
face
time?
dropped.
No way.
And he turned around and he said, yeah, Messi's having Iniesta. Like, you won't get a team better than that. We had Biscuits, we had PK, we had this Valdez.
Wow. What a chump. What a chump.
He knows he has to get something.
Oh,
What a chump. What a chump.
I think when we get to March and February, when he might have to go to the new camp against Barcelona in the Champions League, or you know, that's when we'll see him drop more points in the league. Because Sterling's not ready, you know. Sterling, that's not ready for the Champions League semi-finals and coming back on weekends and playing. And nah, man, they'll drop more points. Trust me. He ain't
the only person that ain't ready. But go ahead. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
Yeah, I just can't stand him at the moment. But yeah.
Mame, you want to chime in or Gerri?
yes. I was just talking about that Van Dijk thing and telling them that you answered the question about the bench. You know, the manager goes into a season and say, "I might lose this guy for 4 months or 5 months." So our squad is perfect right now. It's perfect. That's it. Because our best player, if you miss him for a month, you wouldn't be worried. That means that.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't be. Maybe there's some people who would be, but I don't want to be, you know, silly about this. And I give Salah credit for playing through the. And I was harsh on him because I was saying we're making excuses for him, but clearly he was still hurt. So was Robertson, but no one knew that. I mean, Robertson is still playing. No, Robertson was still playing, and Salah. So I'll say this.
Salah gets very disrespected, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a little bit extreme, but okay, fair enough. If that's what you think.
I think Salah's the most disrespected player in the Premier League, man.
Wait. Okay, go ahead, Gerri. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with Jamz again, mate. You know, we're on the road tonight, aren't we?
Maybe more in England, but he's so.
Whoa, disrespected how? Like, let me disrespect.
I'll tell you what. He's disrespected because I'm seeing.
Whoa, who's going? Gerri?
What? Yeah. I
I
said he gets disrespected because I'm seeing Raheem Sterling in combined 11s over Salah on the right wing. Because I'm seeing someone that's never hit over 20 goals in his career in the Premier League over Salah who's hit 32. Over Salah who's hit 22. He's got 22. He's got 2 golden boots in 2 years coming back from England. Over Salah, who has to go out to Italy to rejuvenate his career because he was told he's not good enough for Chelsea. He's come back to Liverpool and look what he's doing now. Salah who's won the Champions League.
I think I agree.
Massively
I agree.
Yeah, but sorry, we have to.
Just quickly,
okay,
the
go on.
reason I think Salah is the most disrespected player, like Gerri said with the Raheem Sterling, which is incredible. I think Salah has upset a lot of fans or non-Liverpool fans because he's broke Henry's records, he's broke Wayne Rooney's records, he's broke Robin van Persie's records. So a lot of people hate Salah because he came to the league and he took the piss out of the league. You know, he came to the Premier League and he scored more than anyone we can think of. Drogba, Shearer, Sheringham, Henry, Ronaldo. He took the piss out of them. He took the absolute piss out of them as a winger. And that pissed off a lot of people in England. A lot of people.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Klopp didn't have a special right away to get Salah. Those teams could have gotten Salah as well.
Oh yeah, and I think that was part of what pissed people off. We got him in broad daylight. I remember Arsenal got Lacazette. They laughed at us because we got Salah. Chelsea bought Morata. They laughed at us because we bought Salah.
Great points, James. Great points.
Lacazette, there was Morata. Oh, Man United, they bought Lukaku. They laughed at us for getting Salah. And this Salah kid blew their